going.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family and earning your birth certificate, as we like to call it. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link, it'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. First of all, I just want to say thank you for joining the AAA family. By doing so, you have committed to supporting this channel monetarily, and for that, I could not thank you enough. I'm glad that you saw fit to contribute to the growth of this network. And because of that, you will have access to all the behind the scenes content that we're going to be placing on this channel, backstage access to all the vlogs, VODs. We got all types of content. You will have access, early access to it. Also, any event that you see come out with outside with Coach Smook or anything sponsored or partnered with Coach Smook will be preferred. And we will all make sure that we're all taken care of. This community is going to continue to grow. Don't miss out on any opportunities to network. We have other content creators. We have business owners. We got entrepreneurs. This is Coach Smook Network because we believe in networking. We want to uplift the community. So thank you for contributing to helping that mission, seeing that goal. And that's really what we're here for, right? We're here to uplift and continue to grow. So thank you for all your contributions, and welcome to the family. AAA SOS. Did somebody say put me in the game? The time has finally come. Here at the Coach Smook Network, we are officially launching our first merchandise line. We will have a lineup of t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, sweatshirts, and hoodies available, with more items to come in the future. The way you can find these items is by simply going to the YouTube page, clicking on the links, and you will see the Coach Smook Network merchandise link below. Or during our live stream, type in the chat !merch, and you will see the link come up. And from that website, you can purchase all the variety of merchandise that we have available. So between now and August 31st, you will have a chance to receive a 15% discount on all merchandise available. Don't wait too long. Don't wait until it gets close to the end. Coach Smook Network is growing fast, And I'm glad to be a part of what we're building here. Thank you for your support. And go get your merch, man.
Come on. Come on and give God a hand clap of praise for today. Ooh-wee. Another day closer to Alabama football kickoff. Lord have mercy. Somebody say it ain't so. We 25 days and a wake up, baby. 25 days and a wake up. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Coach Smook Morning Show here on the Coach Smook Network, man. How y'all feeling this morning? I know y'all feeling good because I'm feeling good. Yeah, they tried to take us out. They tried to take us out. The devil tried to keep us from making it to this moment here because he knew if we woke up, he knew we was coming fight harder. He knew we was coming back with more energy. So guess what? This morning, we're going to do that, right? We're going to wake up. We're going to enjoy today. We're going to attack today. Y'all got some inspirational moments for our inspiration moment today. Got a little experience I want to share with y'all. And I want y'all to use it to continue to build, man. A lot of y'all helped me this past week with your words of encouragement. So today, I'm going to try to give back because I feel very encouraged today. I feel very motivated. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all pulling up today. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Let's do a roll call real quick before we jump into the show today. I'm going to start at the top. Antoine coming in with the first comment of the day. Bringing out that motivation. Shout out to Antoine being in the building. Southern Red is in the building. Brett Sullivan, good morning. Khalil Cooper is in the building. Travelpreneur Podcast. Megan Jordan. William Simpson is in the building. My brother Jason from the Hall of Fame College Football with the coaches. They are in the building, man. Matt Farms, I see you. Dwight, I see you. Antonio, what's good? Piano Man, what's good? Matt Farms, okay, I see you. Zach is in the building. It's Monday, Zach. I hope you ready because I'm ready. Susan, my big sister, how you feeling? How you feeling this morning? Kyle is in the building. What's up, baby? What's up, baby? I'm amped up. The Kinesis is in the building. The Kinesis been on Twitter getting active with you, boy. I like that. I like that, Kinesis. Standing strong on that AAA. Antonio Russell is in here. Work. Look, hell, sleep, and snow. He gonna show. And he gonna show some love to the Coach Smook Network. I appreciate that. Hey, shout out to DeAndre D Threat over there on Facebook, man. Hopefully you stick around today and call in, bro. Share some of your insight or some of your perspective as an Alabama fan. Jason Jackson, good morning, my brother. How you feeling? Yes, sir. Shane B is in the building. JB718 is in the building. Let's go, Unc. Checking in from Twitter. That's what's up, Unc. See, when your comments show up like that on Twitter, that means you follow me. So I be having like a lot of non-followers in there. They be commenting. Y'all got to see some of the stuff they be saying. Yeah, hey, he said I'm still feeling it from church. Man, listen, I had to get my breakthrough yesterday. And I'm going to share it with y'all too. I'm going to share it with y'all because God showed me to share it with y'all. Something that I think all of us can benefit from. He said, I'm feeling good back home from that week trip down in Tuscaloosa, man. Let me tell you, I can't wait to get back up that way, brother. DeAndre D3, he said, man, it really started on the 24th, week 0. It don't start for us as Bama fans till the 31st. So week 0, that's cool. That's cool. We watch the games. We enjoy it. But we talking about till kickoff for us, the Crimson Tide. And you can talk about it. I heard someone say, if the devil is not testing you, then you not doing something right. They said the devil only tests the ones that he can't get to. And the thing is, he only tests the ones that's fighting for something worth fighting for. And I want y'all to be encouraged today. So We jumped into I changed up the lineup this morning. Y'all seen that I did all the commercials at the beginning, so we could just kind of run through our show. So this morning, going into our inspirational moment, y'all. I think I'm gonna bring it down. Let me see what I'm gonna bring down to. Let me see. Let me bring it down to this. We're gonna bring it. Oh, appreciate that, bro. Y'all, my little brother checking in, bringing in some toaster strudels. Yeah, we're gonna. But I just need y'all to know today, we gonna be all right, y'all. And there's no title to this today's morning inspirational. I just want to share something with y'all. So this past weekend, y'all, I'm going through transition. Y'all know I'm trying to get set up in my new place, right? And some things got changed up, man, and it kind of put me in a bad spot. And I mean a bad spot to the point where I wasn't stranded, but I didn't want to. I'm in a position where I'm trying not to inconvenience people who are trying to really help me, right? And I don't want to inconvenience anybody anyways, but people who are trying to help, you really want to show them you appreciate them by not inconveniencing them, right? So this weekend I had to deal with a lot of pride, and I almost allowed it to keep me out of place to be there for somebody that really needed me, right? Dealing with my own stuff and everything that was going on, I almost allowed it to not allow me to be who I need to be for, not just myself, but for people who depended on me. So don't need to get into the details of the situation, but the conversation that was had brought so much revelation to where I am in life. And it's all because I made a choice to understand that my process is my process, but my process doesn't pull me away from my assignment, right? And I need somebody to understand that. So for those who aren't in church or who aren't believers, when I say my process, I mean my destiny, what I'm supposed to be in life, how I'm supposed to be, how I'm supposed to affect people, my assignment in life. My process or what it takes for me to get there should not pull me away from who I know or pull me away from thinking and believing in who I know I'm supposed to be, right? And the Bible says, so that a man think is in his heart, so is he, right? And so if I know, and it's not just in my mind, see, people say you only could think with your mind. No, your heart is when you can know things in your heart, that's the driving force of confirmation. Like you could think about something, you think about something all day, but when it's in your heart, that's the driving force to believe in the whole spectrum of confirmation. So in my heart, I truly believe that I'm destined to be successful. In my heart, I know I've been placed on this earth to be a leader amongst my peers, but also not just to lead people just to be out in front, but to lead by example. And so this past week, it was tough, but this weekend was really tough. Had some sprinkler of good news and stuff. But this weekend, I had to really dial in and say, God, is it really about the circumstance or is it about the assignment? And it's never about the circumstance, guys. I want you all to understand it's never about the circumstance. It's always about the assignment. And when you have been given an assignment, meaning something that you're putting your heart and effort towards starts to get challenged, that means you're getting that much closer. So I need you to understand that in that moment, it may not look like it. It may not feel like it. It may not feel like you're getting anywhere. And it really does feel like you should just give up. The easiest thing would be to give up. But I'm telling you, continue to press, continue to push, continue to trust, continue to have faith in that destiny that you are, what we talked about. You deserve to win. You remember we talked about that last week? We deserve to win. You deserve to live. You deserve to be prosperous. You deserve to be happy. And even though the current circumstances make it look like that it's not happening, or and it may require some maintenance, some daily maintenance, some hourly maintenance, it may require consistent maintenance for you to be in that mindset, but your motives are pure. Your heart is focused. You can take that energy and do whatever you feel like God has called you to do. So I want to encourage you, don't let your circumstance pull you away from your purpose, okay? Your circumstance, your situation, the current way it looks is not what it is. You know the vision that he gave you. You know the desires of your heart. He knows the desires of your heart. Keep working that thing, keep pressing, and I promise you, you're going to be all right. I promise you, you're going to be all right. So, with that being said, I hope y'all are encouraged today with that word. Y'all, before we jump into our segment today, I want to give y'all a chance to really greet everybody. So, for the next 20 seconds, put some AAA emojis, AAA. And when I say AAA emojis, y'all can use the regular emojis too, because it looks good on the screen with the three A's, the three red A's. If y'all don't know how to find them, go to your emojis and type in blood, and it'll be the A, B, all the blood types. But those look good too. But run up the emojis for the next 20 seconds. I just want to acknowledge you. Bino is in the building. My brother Willie McMillan is in the building, man. Y'all, hopefully that word encourage you, because I'm telling you, this past weekend was a tough one. But I had some solid people in my corner that were really supporting your boy and pushing me. And some of y'all continued to check on me, you know, and it wasn't like I don't get into this whole thing of feeling sorry for somebody, but it's just people go through things, you know. People go through things, and when you have people that take it out, they go out their way to make sure you straight, just by calling and checking or writing a message or sending a text. It means a lot. So I appreciate everybody, this AAA family. I'm telling y'all, it's one of them things, man. We got a real family over here. And today, our family, we're going to be talking about all the weekend reports. I know y'all seen the covers. Isn't it cool having practice on Saturday and Sunday? Having practice coverage on Saturday and Sunday. Shout out to all the reliable beat writers and outlets that's providing the information, not just for you all, but for me as I transition back to tea time. Shout out to Bama Online. We're using some of their clips today. Shout out to Bama Central. They've been getting some great clips. Shout out to Touchdown Alabama. They've been doing their thing. And we've been resourcing their information, but we've also got eyes on site. We have multiple personnel at the facilities, at practice, and I got some scoop for y'all today about some of the things that's being reported. Well, I'm not even going to address what's being reported. I'm just going to address what I've been told and how things have been looking at practice, who's been winning the dates, who's been looking great. So we're going to jump into it, and I promise you, if I tell you somebody looking like something and I'm telling you a lineup is looking like something, you can take it to the bank. I promise you. So I appreciate that. Tay McClendon was in the building. What's good, man? Yeah, Kyle Hurst. I see. He said, I'm not sure I have access to those emojis. You do, man. As a member, you have access to the special emojis. Hit the smiley face, but then also as a on your phone, man. If you got any type of phone, you use them emojis. You got them. My boy said, hey, not trying to be negative, but I was watching Coach Sean. Didn't know that the whole group was done at the old show. Yeah, man, done. That's what happened when egos get in the way, man. Not our egos, but situation happened. It is what it is, but everybody's rebounded from it. Everybody, including Kyle. And like I said it last week. I wish everybody the best, man. And I still collab with my bros. It's just we got different visions, you know, different visions. And sometimes your paths cross. When it's time, we're going, y'all see, man, me and my bros gonna always rock. You know, we just all trying to expand our brands and do the same thing, man. And different speeds. You know, everybody travel at their own speed, and you embrace it. That's what makes a good team. Everybody do what they do best. But what's up? My boy Curtis, my mentor, my big brother. Curtis Genesis in the building. King David, what's good, man? How you feeling this morning? Roll Tide. Willie McMillan, I see you. Everybody, I'm feeling good today. Coach Smoot, a.k.a. Nephew, I'm sorry I haven't been in the chat. I didn't know that you were going through something, but you know that you're always in my prayers. See? And that's the good thing. When people say they didn't know I was going through, that's how I know that God is really doing what God does by protecting those that call him Father. You know, people that, you know, the ones that have given themselves to him and are his children. He takes care of us, even when we don't feel like he's doing it. You know, even when we don't think he is. He's doing it. So I'm glad that he's been able to showcase his true power by protecting me and allow me to be on this live stream every day. It's like a group pop band. Oh, snap. He says it's like a group pop band. What's like a group pop band? He said, eventually you got to go solo and do what's best for you more than everybody. Oh, nah. See, and that's the thing, bro. I don't think the team wasn't about that. The manager was, you know, and it is what it is. Yeah, man. I'm glad to see y'all here, though. But let's jump into some conversation, man. I slick want to just open the phone lines up first. So let's do that. Let's open the phone lines up first. Let's start the phone call. Let's start the day off with opening the phone lines. Go ahead and call in 334-625-1121. The phone line is open. You can call in. Go ahead and say your name and put me in the game, coach. We want to get right into the conversation about what you've been hearing about fall practice. We're going to call it the fall practice review. Fall practice review. Up to this point, what have you picked up about the fall practice? And then after we have a few conversations, we're going to do 7 minutes, 7 minutes per call. 7 minutes per call. And this is gonna open it up to talk about everything fall camp review. Fall camp review. We got a first call on the line.
Call from
Zachary, put me in the game, coach.
Yo, Zach, what's up? You on the line, man? Good morning, there, Roll Tide.
Good morning, Roll Tide, Coach Smoke.
Man, how you feeling this day, Zach?
I'm feeling good, recovering from the weekend.
Uh-oh.
I was hustling this weekend, making money.
Okay, big money, big baller. I feel you. Look, well, I'm trying to get like you, Zach. I'm trying to get my hustle on and give me some money. You know what I'm saying? Give me some money. But man, look, it's good to hear from you, Zach. How you feeling this weekend? You know, with all the reports that's coming out about spring practice. I mean, not spring practice, fall camp, and you see all the video clips. We got some good quality B-roll out right now with the Bama fall camp. Give me your thoughts, man. Share your thoughts. Talk to the people, man. Good to hear from you once again.
Yes, I'm excited. I know they saying Ryan, or Coach DeBoer was saying Ryan Williams and all the freshmen are looking good and learning this, picking up on the scheme and style of offense and defense that we're running pretty quick. And earning their place, you know, in the scheme and system. And but yeah, I'm excited to see. I'm excited for the season and see where it's heading, or where we're going to be, what we're going to be able to do this season.
All right. So when I think about it, and I was going to ask about, you know, everybody and all the coaches, to me, coaches, players alike, when it comes to these 24, this class of 24, the freshmen, nothing but high regards. A lot of super talented young guys on this roster. And I honestly believe that this is probably going to be, I'll admit it, I think I've underestimated how much of an impact and opportunity that these young guys are going to get. And it's not because of their skill set, just kind of trying to gauge what the coaching staff is like as far as what their philosophy is with getting these young guys on the field early. You know, so
Right.
I tell people this all the time. When you have an opportunity, especially in athletics, competitive, you know, competitive advantage sports that rely on the competitive advantage. When you have the better players and they get opportunities, you're not going to give them a lot of opportunities to not be the best player. So these young guys, I believe, are going to get early and get opportunities early and often based off of my understanding of what these coaches are saying. And we're learning how if this coach is just if this coaching staff is just media etiquette, you know, they just have media etiquette, you know what I'm saying? Or if they're actually just they really have a philosophy where they want to use bodies. And if their philosophy is what I'm assuming it is, which is we're going to use our bodies, all the quality depth that we have, then Alabama is in great shape going into this season if the staff is that confident.
Right. And I agree with you, Coach Smoot. And because a lot of coaching staff don't use their young players because, of course, their young players aren't as talented as, or I'm not going to say not as talented. They don't have as quality of talent as Alabama does.
Mm-hmm. So I got to see you like this. I'm gonna say it like this, and then I'm gonna ask you this. If I had to assess the offense, based off my reports from this weekend, Milroe it's starting to show like the separation in the quarterback room. You know,
Right.
everybody's always had Ty Simpson as the better arm talent. Even myself, I've said that as far as his delivery, where his ball placement around on the field. But in live action, the reports I'm getting from scrimmages, you know, the 7-on-7 periods, the 11 periods, you know, as we see Ryan Williams kind of get off of his toes and slip up on his heels coming on that comeback route. And I guarantee you he fixed that quickly, because that's something that he does great. Maybe his balance. But I that was my first time seeing the clip. I'm sorry, y'all. Coach Hines, Coach Smoot popped out of me. But I say this, you look at the reports coming from just the performance of the quarterback room and how consistent everyone is, but Miro is starting to create that separation with his mechanics, his ball delivery. What do you see for this offense going forward, Zach? If you had to make a projection before we get into our closing, what do you see for this offense with those type of reports? Miro, Kendrick Law, Rico Scott, like, guys, names are coming up, and this is stuff that we've been speculating for a while now, you know, here at the Coach Smoot Network. So what's your feels around everything?
Top 5 offense this year.
Hold on. I'm gonna eat my toast strudel, but you getting a horn today, Zach. You getting a horn for that one. Hold on. We got the horn for Zach on that one. Zach said top 5 offense. Explain, Zach. You gotta run it back a little bit when you say stuff like that. You gotta get some substance behind it. What makes you feel like this is going to be a top 5 offense?
The style of offense that we run, number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, Milroe's improvement, because Milroe has made leaps and bounds improvement just in the off season. And I agree with you. It wasn't an arm talent thing. It was just his footwork. He had to work on his footwork.
Right.
Footwork, right. And from all the reports that I'm hearing, he done that.
Yeah.
So our offensive line's going to be a lot better this season, because they're stronger, leaner, faster this season.
Mm-hmm.
The wide receivers are going to have more opportunities than what they had last season to really prove that they are that their talent wasn't just hype.
Right.
The running, and we have the best 1-2 punch running back room, I believe, in the country.
Right.
With Justice Haynes and Jam Miller.
Tough. And I won't say the best right now, because we don't have the facts, but speculation speaking right now, I think you're right, Zach. If I can speculate and really project, like, realistically too, because the offense is designed to create big gaps for this for the run game, and getting into space, you spread defenses out, get them going sideline to sideline. You got 2 guys, if they hit a seam in the middle of anybody's offensive line, if there's a hole, you know, half a yard wide, and there's 7 yards of space between that hole and the next defender on the other side of that, I'm taking these 2 running backs, Jam Miller and Justice Haynes. So I agree with you, Zach. But Zach, today the phone lines are buzzing, man. So guess what?
Okay.
You know what time it is. You know what time it is, Zach.
I'm not ready, because I was deep.
Listen, it's fine. It's fine. You want to know why? Because it ain't kickoff yet. It ain't kickoff yet. Now, when kickoff happens, August 31st, ain't no more you can't be ready. Because what Coach Saban? You stay ready. What do he say? You stay ready what?
You stay ready and you be ready.
Nah, you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. That's what he say.
Right.
But Zach, anything you want to say to the people before I let you off and open the phone line back up, man?
Roll Tide, everybody.
Yes.
And I'll see y'all.
Look, Zach, and look, next time, you know what time it is next time. You You
Oh,
already
yeah.
know what time. Zach, we got
Oh yeah.
3 more weeks. 3 more weeks, man.
I know.
3.
And
Oh,
I would have been ready, but I was
we ain't even worried.
Saturday,
We ain't even
I
worried
was
about that,
busy.
Zach. We got 3 more weeks until kickoff. That's what we talking about. Like 3 more weeks, y'all. That's crazy.
It is.
Uh,
It is.
I'm so
It is.
excited. But yeah, Zach, I appreciate you
so
for calling.
excited.
I appreciate you for calling in, man. And you already know when we go into the next topics of this morning show, man, you're more than welcome to call in.
Oh yeah.
All right, man. Catch up with you later and roll tide.
Roll Tide.
Yes, sir. My boy Zach calling in with the first call of the day. My boy said he wasn't ready. Hey, we ain't mad. We opening the phone lines up. Phone line is now open. 334-625-1121. Again, 334-625-1121. We got the timer on today, y'all. We got the timer on today. So 8 minutes, 7 minutes, somewhere around there. That's what we're working with today. We got another phone call on the line, 757.
Call from.
Purdy J.
To accept, press 1. To send a
Yo, what's up? You're on the phone line with Coach Smoot. Who's calling, and are you ready to get in the game?
What's going on, Coach Smooth?
What's up? Who is this, man?
Man, this is your boy Purdy J, a.k.a. Affirmative Action, Mr. News himself.
What's good?
What's going on, my brother?
That much. What's good, Curtis? How you feeling, my brother?
Man, brother, I'm feeling good, about to, gotta still play the father role today, so, gotta go check on my little one. But, man, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. Look, we here. We We doing it. You know what time it is, man. It is literally fall kickoff, bro. It's past fall kickoff now. We in it. We're practicing for Western Kentucky right now.
Hey, man, when you really think about it, the season's almost here. You think about last season and how we ended against Michigan, and immediately you say to yourself, why can't the season just start now? Why can't the next season just roll over?
Mm-hmm.
Brother, now we sitting here. Now we here. Now you're sitting here saying, bro, can you believe it? A couple of weeks from now, college game day, Coach Saban sitting up there,
Right,
kicking off our first game.
Mm-hmm.
It's electric, brother. It's electric, my brother.
It's gonna be crazy too, because and I think I'm looking more so looking forward, not to look over no teams and then, but I'm looking for college game day in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Georgia, September 28th.
You already know, because what's so funny is, man, listen, that's why I had to come home, buy that big 86-inch TV, because I got about 4 Georgia fans. I was like, we got to watch this game together. Smoke, I got to fly you out here to Florida.
Listen,
Me, you, Brandon, Rico. I need my boys behind me, because a big couch, we got wages going. Smoke, you got to be out here, man.
Man, look, if we wasn't doing the tailgate party on the 28th in T-Town, that would definitely be the move. But I tell you what, we might need to be in Florida for the SEC championship game, because it be cold up in Atlanta.
We already there, brother. Look, go ahead and go. If we're doing some early bold predictions,
Yep.
just like Saban said, reverse rap poison. Let's go ahead and get it. I see Bama. Hear me out. I think it might be Bama, Texas, baby.
For real? SEC championship?
Might be SEC championship. I think Bama, Texas. Wouldn't that be so interesting? Jalen Milroe in the Heisman race. SEC. That's how he win it. Right then and there.
Yeah. 100.
It's the boys that put one on you in Tuscaloosa.
And see, that's the thing. That's the thing, Curtis. I think this season, because of how willed these boys are, the ones that had to feel that pain last year, the ones that had to sit behind those guys, knowing that they could have contributed, knowing that they had more to offer, they stuck through it. They done been through the Saban transition. They done got into this new staff, understood what this staff is expecting of them. They done earned the trust. They done got their quality and what they can bring to the table out in front of this new coaching staff. These boys got a chip on their shoulder. I talk about Devontae Smith a lot, man. Devontae Smith has a chip on his shoulder. And anybody that behind the line of scrimmage, pass game, that outlet, wheel route game, that junk our safeties are going. It was some plays being made in our scrimmage on Sunday, yesterday.
I mean, you You see your boy Ryan Williams with the lean back catch.
I mean,
already see these boys are hungry, man.
yes,
hungry.
yes, 100%. But
And look, you know, this morning, I'm cut you off, brother.
You good?
This morning, for the first time, I was able to see the Lank documentary. If any of you viewers have seen it, oh my gosh, y'all comment below because it's definitely something. But y'all, listen,
bruh,
in that video, in that documentary, you see Saban speaking his words. You hear DeBoer. You see, you know, all the other coaches, everybody. When you see what type of time and what they were really saying in that video was, listen, you got to let a naysayer know. That's something that still goes for every year.
Yep.
And the number one person saying it, and some might say, who is that number one person? It wasn't Coach Saban. It was who? It was Jalen Milroe.
Yep.
Nobody's more prepared than this man. This man says, you know what? I'm going to get out there, calm myself down. Because trust me, we used to say, oh, is he ready for the lights? Man, listen, this is going to be the next high season. And he's telling you, I got to cement my career.
Right.
Then just think, it was, remember, Saban always fought for that buy-in mentality. You couldn't play for Coach Saban unless you had that buy-in mentality.
Facts.
Lank just made it, so you have to buy in.
Yep.
Because you are people, everybody, you know, last season, low snap. That could have been it right there. Everybody said, oh, Bama shouldn't even have got there. This year, you get to have that chip on your shoulder. You get to play with that chip. To say, listen, it doesn't matter. We can get all the way up to the Georgia game undefeated. What the pundits going to say. Georgia going to mop the floor with them. I don't care if we blow out any Wisconsin. Let's say that Wisconsin game. Let's say, because I know DeBoer. Let's just say 42-27, 28. Going into that Georgia game, what are they going to say? Yeah, well, the Badgers won really nothing.
It was just Wisconsin. That's the Big Ten.
Yep, that's it. But then what happens? As soon as you get to college games, they leave Corso, all the boys, what type of headdress you think they're wearing out there? What you think he's going to put on? The Bulldog.
Yep. And I can't wait.
Nope.
I can't wait.
Immediately, the lights of Brian Denny is going to be the brightest that night. Why? Because everybody, all of us fans, every fan from the SEC, Bama plays, everybody watches.
Yep.
Why? Because they want to see us fail. They want to see us fail.
Yep.
That's why I say Lank is so big for all of us. That's the entire Alabama family. All of us to say, you know what? Let a naysayer know.
Yep.
Because even if we beat Georgia, hear me out. What's going to happen, Smoke? They still going to say, well, do they got enough? I mean, yeah, they beat Georgia, but why is there a but? We beat Georgia. They're gonna always have something to say.
It's Bama, and if you speaking on Bama, you're gonna get the attention you want, and that's what we've seen it all off season since Coach Saban's retired. We've seen LSU supporter and writer or whatever, Matt Moscano. All of his hits, nothing that he's saying about LSU is getting him recognition. The only time he's relevant across the college football fan base is when he says some outlandish stuff about Bama. And
something so funny about that too is LSU. Look at Hugh Freeze this past week. What happened? So many things happened with Auburn. Alabama's little brother. What happened? Little brother finally got his spot in the sunshine. Oh, Bama. Oh, look, people are flipping from Alabama to come here. We're doing so great. You got to put your pads on just like we do. Recruiting season isn't done yet. But people are saying, well, y'all fell from number one. They're losing already. Hugh Freeze, please see that chair over there? So sit down, brother.
Sit down, my guy.
Because we all know. Listen, people like Xavier Brown and Bakwe, you think about everybody else on defense. The corners are looking good.
Yep.
The safeties are looking good.
Yep.
Stab didn't come over here to lose. The man's off of a champion. And he said he could have stayed with the Wolverines. He could have stayed. He said, listen, no, I see something. And you're telling me, DeBoer, who's more dialed in besides him and Milroe?
You can't. You know what, Curtis? And I'm gonna say this before we get to closing. I look at it like this. This team has every reason against them to go out and just play free and just smack teams in the face, smack teams in the mouth. because, like, literally, one factor, if you think about what happened at Alabama this past offseason, that happens at 20 plus schools every offseason. There's coaching changes every offseason. But because it's Bama and because it's Nick Saban, they think that something outside of the ordinary that is supposed to happen because it's Alabama, when something ordinary just really happened. Like, yeah, we lost the greatest coach of all time, but we got another coach. Like, there's other coaches that know how to coach winning football. And you've given that coach who already knows how to coach winning football the winning ingredients, right? You're giving them, I guarantee you, and I said this yesterday, and I wanted to make sure I get this on the soundbite. Coach DeBoer and his staff, they have a hard time hiding the fact that they have never been privy to this much talent on a practice field on a day-to-day basis. They have a hard time hiding it, man. Because when you ask them about things that people need to work on, it's like they strain to be like, Xavier Brown needs to work on this, but he's only a freshman. For him to be a freshman, he moves like a junior. Ryan Williams, he's just so fluid in this, but he only needs to work on waking up 30 seconds earlier to get to practice a minute. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's that's funny stuff, but that's how it feels when this staff is talking about these players. And yeah, you can be sort of like in awe and starstruck, because I've never been on a team where at every position you have a stud. I've never been on a team like that. And I play sports. I've been on great teams. I've been on, not so good teams. But when you come to Alabama, every position, nobody's trash. You might have players that's not as good as the other one, but nobody on that team is trash. You can't look at that roster, all the scholarship players that say, oh, that boy trash. He can't go. You can't look quarterback room. Every quarterback in our quarterback room would start at just about any other university in college football right now, or be fighting for a starting position.
And Smoke, my whole thought process is, think about it like this. Think about the transition. Saban couldn't have left at a better time. Everybody else that's on that field has a mentor sitting in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
You say Ryan Williams, Jeremy Bernard. You think about the defense. You think about the defense. Other side, Malachi Moore, Lawson. You think about your D-line, your O-line. Everybody somewhere on that field has a mentor in front of them to lean on, to say, how do I do this the right way? How do I do this the way that you do it? So now, not only does everybody have that thought process, now everybody is hungry, because guess what? The mentors in front of them say, hey, we lost. We didn't have it like that.
Right.
Because even look at Washington. Everybody that came up from Washington, they didn't win the Natty neither.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody has that same taste in their mouth and something to prove. And what do they say about, the saying with a lion? You better keep your foot on his neck, because the moment you lift it up, hey, baby, it's time to eat.
It's time to eat.
This ain't
time
no
to
drill. This ain't no drill. And just like we said, let a naysayer know.
Yep.
Because the one thing that's going to keep them hungry and humble the entire year is going to be ESPN themselves.
100%. Curtis.
Because unless, yes, sir.
100%, man. They gonna feed it. They gonna feed us the right food. What you got to say to the people before we let you off, man?
Man, listen, y'all better stay locked into Coach Smooth. This is going to be the network of all networks. Let's put them above ESPN. Smooth, we gonna get you there, baby. Because what these people don't know is we've been cooking in the back.
Oh, listen,
we got some stuff to show. Y'all stay tuned. Kurt J, or should I say, excuse me, my news name, Curtis Jennings, Brandon Lee Bryant, Rico Mitchell. These are your news talents that's on them sidelines every time. Smoke, you're going to be right there with us, baby.
Yes, sir.
Y'all just wait and see.
Just watch. They think we slow it down. They think the storm is but what they failing to realize is, and I ain't talking about the community. The community is bought in. I'm talking about the naysayers on the outside. What they fail to realize is this rain, this storming, it's just softening up that ground for when these seeds get thrown out there. Watch how everything grow and flourish. And I you know what, Curtis, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna stop the music. God just put that on my heart. Somebody need to hear that. The storms and the tests that you're currently going through. Ooh, I felt that.
You can't get
the rain. The rain. Go ahead.
You can't get better. As my grandma used to say, You don't know good times unless you know the rain.
Unless you know the rain. And the rain
Unless you
ain't
know
there.
the rain.
The rain ain't there to drown you out. It ain't there to. It's there to
No.
drown out all the bad stuff, all the stuff that need nutrients. What does water do? Water is nutritious, right? It's supposed to be nutritious. Our bodies are 70% water makeup. I mean, the world is 70% of water. Our bodies, we have to intake 70% of our diet is supposed to be water intake, hydration. So if rain is coming in your life, and rain is important to maintain your body, that doesn't mean when it's coming, when it's storming, how the rain comes may not be what you like, but when it's coming, it's just softening up that ground, preparing it for them seeds that's about to be planted. And so sometimes us trying to stay dry, we'll hold it up instead of just going through that process, letting the rain come.
Hey,
Come on now. Let me stop preaching.
Hey, Motivation Mondays, when you think about it like this, how do you expect the seed to grow if it gets no water? If it gets no water, it's going to wither away or stay underground.
Yep.
You got to firmly plant yourself, take that rain, use it for what it's worth to become a better person. And that's for everybody in this chat, in this family. Everybody needs to understand that you don't get no better without going through adversity. And that's for all of us.
Yes, sir.
Everybody needs that certain level of adversity. Just like you smoke. We know what channel you were on, but look what happened when you break off. Now you're flourishing. Now you're doing things your way.
Yes, sir.
Because guess what? Actually, everybody has their own lane.
Yep.
If you water your grass, you ain't worried about nobody else's grass. My grass is green. I love my grass. I'm not too busy over here looking in your grass like, oh man, Smooth used that T9 52EZ over there.
That's Scotch Guard.
How about I turn to my yard and say, okay, what if I cut all these weeds out of this thing? What if I get all this debris away from it?
Yep.
What if I clean up my own yard? Now you saying, oh man, look at my grass. I'm not looking at your grass no more.
Yep.
I'm trying to plant this tree. I'm trying to flourish.
Mm-hmm.
Because all us news tellers have felt the same thing you felt. You eventually, look, it's a lonely life in them news booths, in them news stations.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's one-on-one. We had to go off of what a company says, not what you say. This your station, Smoke.
Yep.
You can say whatever you feel like saying. You can say, I think Alabama's #1 team, which that's no lie. No lie so but you can be genuinely yourself. And that's for anybody in this chat. Be comfortable with who you are. The world needs more of you.
Yes, sir.
Don't be like nobody else. Don't be like anybody. Be like you.
Yes,
That's
sir.
why God gave you your spirit and your spirit only.
Yes, sir.
Because only you can be you. And even, like I said, a channel like this, that's how it grew. Because everybody here is genuine.
Yep.
It's genuine to the brand. We followed you because you were just being you. If I want some yelling and screaming, I know where to go. I know what channel to turn on. That used to be my face out there doing that.
Yeah.
So I know where to go. But this channel is so genuine. And when people see that Smooth, they see that about you.
Yes, sir.
Not that just you a Bama fan and you know your facts, but how are you giving it to the people? Do they enjoy talking to you? Do they enjoy saying, you know what? Do I get off here saying, you know what? I learned something today. I came in here sad some days. I come in here mad some days. I come in here just to watch some days.
Yep.
This is my first time actually on the channel because I said, let me just sit back and watch you work for a little bit, watch you cook. And it's interesting because you've been genuine this entire time. The world needs more of that, Smooth.
For sure, bro.
The world needs more of that, brother. So like I said, hey, from one brother to another, this is only the beginning, baby. Just like I said, hey, we got the season 3 weeks away. We got 3 weeks away till we get you to where you need to be.
Yes, sir.
So, hey, y'all, stay tuned, man. Stay
Yes,
tuned.
sir. Roll Tide, my boy. I'm going to catch up with you.
Roll Tide, my brother.
Yes, sir. Yo, shout out to Curtis, man. For y'all that don't know, he get to going long-winded like me. That's my mentor. And we usually do our morning calls. But I've been on the go, like up and down all week. So we just check in through text. And the same energy that y'all hear on the phone is the same energy that I get through text message. So hopefully that little snippet of encouragement is helping y'all. So, all right. So let me see. I see somebody calling. I know who that is. We're going to take one more phone call before we go into our next segment. And if you call it like, so right now during the phone calls, I have it on no receiving calls. So your number come through, but you won't get no like ring. So let me open it back up now. The phone line is now open. 334-625-1121. We got somebody calling in now.
Call from
Uncle Jay.
Yo, Uncle Jay, what's up? You in the game? How you feeling this morning?
Yeah, I ain't even got to ask the coach to put me in. I know I must be doing something good.
What's good, How you feeling, man?
What's up, nephew? What's up? How you doing, man? How you doing?
Look, feeling good, man. Glad to be here another day. Getting closer to Alabama football kickoff. You know what time it is,
Yeah, man. You know I'm excited, man. Again, I'm so sorry I didn't call you, man. Let me tell you something. I have a gift, and sometimes I'm scared to even react on it. You know, something told me to call you, but then I was like, nah, he probably busy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm letting you know that you know without a doubt that you always in my prayers, and God has got you. I mean, you glowing this morning.
Yeah.
And ready for Alabama football, just like all of us, man. I'm excited, you know, and I'm gonna say this: the last caller, I don't need as much time as he did, so. But I'm gonna say it like this: I'm excited. You know, I've been watching some clips and listening to some short interviews on the coaches, and based on what I've been seeing and hearing from them, man, I'm really excited. You know, I knew that Milroe was going to improve this year. And then Coach DeBoer is giving him some high praise. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when you talk about these young kids, we were saying like Ryan Williams not going to get much playing time this year. I think he will.
Man,
okay.
Not just him, Uncle Jay. It's. I think this staff is really bought in. And I think I did just admit it. Like I wasn't expecting them to be this reluctant into pushing depth through that freshman class, but I'm getting a lot of reports, man, that there's a lot of, especially at your skill positions, wide receiver, tight end, the freshman DBs, because that's where the very skilled guys are, the linebackers, like. And I'm hearing like the special teams lineups is nothing but young guys, nothing but young guys, sophomores, freshmen who didn't get to see the field much. We're going to see a lot of these guys' numbers on these stat sheets because of how much depth this staff wants to use.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. It's always good to have not enough. You know what I'm saying? And the good thing is they allowing these kids to get out there and get the feel of what it's going to be like, you know what I'm saying? So that they won't be afraid when the time comes. Mm-hmm. And I think we pick a bunch of dogs. I really do. I think these kids are hungry, and I think they're going to get out there and prove to everybody that they can play. You know, everybody that wrote Alabama off, they're going to be in for a rude awakening.
Yeah.
You know, all it is, it's Bama fatigue. That's what it is. It's Bama fatigue. They tired of Alabama being on top. But Alabama is not going anywhere anytime soon.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I don't care how much they talk about the few guys that decide to leave. Hey, Coach Saban left a cupboard full. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing like moving in a house that's got all the furniture and even got the glasses, the dishes, and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And Coach DeBoer just inherited a team to where he didn't have to do anything but bring himself there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, it's fully furnished. It's fully furnished. He got everything that he could possibly need, and then he's adding more. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, I mean, I'm excited. I'm really excited. And I'm hearing some good things from these coaches. And I'm seeing what I'm looking at, the few little things that I have saw. I've been very impressed. So I'm ready to put somebody else in different uniforms on the other side of that line, and let's go out there and show them what we can do. That's what my mindset is. I think we're going to surprise a lot of people this morning. This year. But I want to say good morning to all the AAA family. I love y'all, man, and I'm excited about Alabama football, man. The best is yet to come.
100%, Uncle Jay. Last thing before you go, because I know this is something that we've kind of talked about offline, is the amount of momentum behind Coach Kalen DeBoer and this staff. The closer we get to the season, are you becoming more and more confident, or is this something that you expected the moment we announced his hire?
Well, you know what? I expected it, but I'm even more excited and I'm anticipating. Just to shock the world. I really am. I think he picked the really, really good coaches, and he's already got the players. And I think that they're good chemistry with him. He picked people that, it's important that you put coaches around you, not only to be good coaches, but they've got to blend in with what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? They got to be willing to go with your program. And I think he picked the right people. And I'm impressed with what I'm hearing them say. Yeah, I like the idea that he does allow the assistant coaches to talk to the media, something that we're not used to. So now we can actually see who's offensive coordinator, who's defensive coordinator, who handles the defensive back. That's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Because we can get it right from the horse's mouth as far as what the anticipation is for this team based on what they're doing and working with these kids.
Mm-hmm. That's 100%, Uncle Jay. I'm right there with you, though. I'm right there with you. I think I'm more so on the side of I expected it. And it's because once Coach Kalen DeBoer was hired, and I started seeing what his mindset was. He was very open about what type of staff he wanted to put together. He's not changing up. He's not changing up. So yeah. Somebody asked who is number 15 with the linebackers. That's Justin Jefferson. And he's ready to go crazy. Coach Womack spoke on him. Was that Thursday or Friday, whichever practice the defense availability was. His name got mentioned out of all of the players, and the interviewer, the person that asked, they asked the question that they asked it like I would ask it, instead of just asking about how somebody is doing. Who's starting to stand out to you in the linebacker room? And that opened it up to kind of tell you what to expect. And he came and he came out and gave us exactly what we wanted to know. What's Justin Jefferson role going to be? What's Jahad Campbell looking like? What's Jeremiah Alexander looking like? What's Deontay? He touched on all of them because that interviewer opened up and made the question available to him like that. Shout out to all the reactions on Facebook too. If I'm not mistaken, Uncle Jay, I think your friend is watching from Facebook, Clifton J. Giles.
No. His name is Alvin.
Okay.
Alvin.
I was about to say, I seen Giles in the chat. I was like, Uncle Jay got people pulling up on Facebook, and we got 170 watching on YouTube and Twitter. Got 170 total. So I appreciate y'all for pulling up. Make sure y'all drop them likes on YouTube, and also if you're on Twitter, we're doing a ticket giveaway for the tailgate party. One ticket. If you pull up, you get a free entry for that. You get a free entry, and you got a chance to win. And we'll do that drawing the 1st of September, so you can make your plans. You'll have 3 weeks to make your plans to be at T-Town. But yeah, Uncle Jay, what else you got before we get up out of here?
I wanted to say this too before I go. I was going to mention the fact that interview when the guy asked him who's standing out. I was going to mention Jefferson is one of the guys that they're excited about, and also in Mbagwe. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They mentioned him as well. But there's a lot of young kids that are standing out this year, and that's going to work their way for some playing time. Not saying they're going to start, but there's a lot of them that's going to get some playing time, and they're going to be ready just in case somebody goes down.
Right.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I really love hearing the energy that the coaches have, and the players as well. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was very, very confident and ambitious about Coach DeBoer. Trust me, I had no doubt that he was going to be good. I was just what my concern was is whether he was going to put the right coaches there, and I think he's did a really good job at picking his assistants. So that was the only thing that I was really, really concerned about when he took the job. I had no doubt that he would come there and win. It's just whether he picked the right coaches. And I think he did a great job, no matter whether we lost those couple of coaches. They weren't meant to be. I say, if you ain't Bama, you ain't shit. You know the way I feel about it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, go do what you want to do, and I wish you the best, but you weren't meant to be here anyway. That's the way I look at coach, player, whatever. If you're not here, you ain't about, I'll leave it at that.
Yes,
and
sir.
I'm going to say good morning, good morning, good morning. I love everybody, and roll tide.
Yes, sir. Roll Tide, Uncle Jay. And as always, appreciate you for calling in. Always good to hear your voice, Unc.
Hey, man, and you know that you got my number. You can always call me. If you need somebody to talk to, you need somebody to pray with, you can always call me.
Yes, sir.
No matter what, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, bro. Love you, man.
Love you too, Unc.
All right.
Much love.
Later.
Man. Yes, sir. That's Uncle Jay, y'all. I was over here trying to get this graphic pulled up for y'all, but I'm having issues. But we're gonna fix it. All right, here we go. We got it. So before we go into this next segment of our show, we're at the top of the hour. I'm gonna run our promo for how to become a member of the AAA, because I see some people in here that's not members of the AAA family. They're not members of the YouTube channel. Artez Shepard, my guy Demetrius. I seen a few of y'all. And then, but before we even get into that, y'all, I had a comment that I wanted to acknowledge. My big brother Willie, he asked something about the defense. He said on the defense, will Campbell be the premier linebacker this year? He had injuries that had him out last year. He's talking about last year. Will he be the linebacker to pressure the QB and stop the run? Me personally, my opinion, I think Jihad Campbell will be one of the more consistent production guys on the defense as a whole. We saw him come in as his first year, getting some real meaningful playing time last season, right? And he was an immediate impact. With a year under his belt and going into a system that allows him to be more free in space and to be a more assignment oriented with a lot less confusion and complexity, right? From that will linebacker spot, I think Jihad Campbell is going to have a great season. Sound off in the chat. What do you think Jihad Campbell's outlook is for this season? As we jump into this break, y'all, this moment of a break, we'll run it just like we did this morning for the intro. We'll run the welcome, and then we'll run the merch, and then we'll be back here with the Coach Smook Morning Show. Thank y'all for tuning in, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the network. Make sure you liking the stream, and make sure you're sharing it on all your major social media platforms. That's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, wherever. Just make sure you're sharing it. But if you are not a member of the AAA family, this is how you become a member. Check it out.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family and earning your birth certificate, as we like to call it. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities.
Able to catch up with.
Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel. Did somebody say put me in the game? The time has finally come. Here at the Coach Smook Network, we are officially launching our first merchandise line. We will have a lineup of t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, sweatshirts, and hoodies available, with more items to come in the future. The way you can find these items is by simply going to the YouTube page, clicking on the links, and you will see the Coach Smook Network merchandise link below. Or during our live stream, type in the chat !merch, and you will see the link come up. And from that website, you can purchase all the variety of merchandise that we have available. So between now and August 31st, you will have a chance to receive a 15% discount on all merchandise available. Don't wait too long. Don't wait until it gets close to the end. Coach Smook Network is growing fast, and I'm glad to be a part of what we're building here. Thank you for your support, and go get your merch, man.
Yeah. Go ahead and get y'all merch, y'all. And while we here, hold on. Let me do something real quick for a second while we here, before we go into this. Y'all see who was up, man. My bro, my big brother. Somebody I've had the privilege of personally having some conversations with and to get words of encouragement from. And I hark on this a lot when I talk about this gentleman, because I mean, it just felt good to be noticed, you know. Not even for being a reporter, but for being active on Twitter and some of the things that I was saying at that point in time when the staff first came on and I followed Coach Shepard, and like our first interaction, it was just a blessing. So shout out to Coach Shepard. What I was about to do, y'all. Oh yeah. About to show y'all this right here. I gotta fix something real quick. Like, hold on. Yeah. Y'all like this beat? Tell the truth. Y'all hitting? Do the bass beat. Hey, yeah, shout out to Facebook too, man. Shout out to Facebook. Mark O'Hanlon coming over with the like. Clifton coming with the like. My godson's mother, Samaria, coming through with the like. DeAndre D Threat coming through with the heart reaction. Well, they came through with heart reaction. Shout out to him. And shout out to the 73 live on YouTube right now and the 102 live on Twitter. Appreciate y'all. YouTube, thank y'all for getting the numbers back up. We really want to get our streams back up to 100 likes. We know our algorithm was messed up over last week because we didn't go live for about 4 days. So it kind of messed us up, but we're getting back into it. And it's all because of y'all doing exactly what y'all doing, running the comments up, both being active, sharing the stream, doing what you all do, supporting even after the stream. When you guys come on the stream afterwards and leave comments. So for all of you that really are active moderators, after the stream, when y'all see the live posted, go and put AAA emojis or something on there. It helps out. Every little interaction helps. You get on YouTube, stop by one of the previous lives and comment real quick. I don't even care. Say, what's up, Roll Tide? You know, it don't matter. I appreciate it. It helps. So thank y'all for doing that. But here, I'm editing something right now with the event, and then I'm gonna post this. I was trying to change the background real quick. It didn't upload earlier. So let me fix this real quick before I put this on the screen. And we want to dive into that question, man. Who on that, you know, we asked about Jahad Campbell, but if you had to pick a star of this defense going into this season, who's taking it? Who's taking the lead for you? Who's taking the lead for you? And I mean, like, really going to going to do what they got to do. Here we go. All right. Everything good. Everything good. We good here. We good. We good. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Here we go. Come on. Here we go. Come on. All right, here we go. So check this out. The Coach Smook tailgate event. Be on the lookout for the next event, y'all. The Coach Smook tailgate event. We're talking about the tailgate event that's being hosted by none other than the Tailgate Party Committee. When I say this is probably some of the most entertaining tailgate atmosphere you're going to be able to get to, when you're talking about a company or a team that travels, right? These guys, they know what they're doing when it comes to bringing the entertainment, especially for college football, NFL tailgates. These guys know what they're doing. So shout out to the Tailgate Party Committee for hosting us VIP. We'll have our own section. We actually be able to do a little live stream while we're there. It's going to be a vibe. We got our own little section set up. I think we have a little bit less than 19 tickets left, y'all. I think it's maybe 17, 18, something like that. 17 or 18 tickets left. So definitely go in there, get your tickets. Y'all, the ticket prices have gone up. The general admission ticket is now $75. It's $75. All right. The upgraded ticket for the custom shirts and the front row seats in VIP, we have 4 seats available. Those tickets have went up too. So if you want to be a part of that, if you want to help, if you want to support the network and enjoy yourself, food's going to be provided. Drink will be provided. I think once the game starts, they're allowing people to pull out their own food. The food truck, I think food truck vendors will be there, but I think we'll be able to. So we'll get all the details ironed out. But we had a location, we got parking, multiple parking spots in the immediate area within walking distance. And I think you guys are going to be excited about this. I know you are if you go ahead and purchase your tickets. If you haven't purchased your tickets, y'all, I promise you, I hate it for you. But some of y'all big money, so I ain't mad. Y'all ain't hurting. Y'all ain't heard it. So let me get this comment off the screen. Now let's jump into it, y'all.
Who's able to catch up with the person that's in front of them?
Okay, Coach. I wasn't ready for you, but welcome to the stage, Coach Jamarcus Shepherd. We're gonna do some reactions again, like we did last week. Post-practice interview. We're gonna react to him right now. We got Coach Shepherd. Got Coach Shepherd up on the screen. And this is his post-practice interview from yesterday. I believe this is from yesterday with the offensive staff, if not Saturday. But let's listen to what he had to say about the wide receivers group and how they performed in practice so far up until this point during fall camp.
You can tell by who's able to catch up with the person that's in front of them and who's allowing somebody. Then you can see who's false stepping at the line of scrimmage with all of them in one line. So it's in order to show them who's capable of getting off the ball fast when you have off coverage and accelerating off the ball.
Even though it seems like a simple drill, like how important is that to run that drill, make sure they have their fundamentals down that way?
Well, that's the game. I mean, everybody gets excited about the spectacular catch where somebody's twisting and twerking and doing all that stuff to score a touchdown. But guess what? Most coaches don't teach that, okay? It's because they're excellent athletes, okay? All right, so you got to teach all the fundamental skills so then that way when they get out there, they rely on their fundamentals. When they're tired, when things are not going well, they tend to rely on those things rather than relying on just being able to make an acrobatic play. So that's the reason why we definitely got to start there. It's a progression teaching model, and what I do here, it's called stress spread takers. So we're breeding them to put stress on the defense. So it starts with their stance. So you'll see as I go through this, it starts with stance, releases, stems, breaks, departure from the breaks, all right, and then finally catching the football. So there's a progression to teaching them how to play the position, and it starts with their stance.
What kind of progress have you seen from your room from the spring until now?
Really none. At this point, we haven't played a game. So when we play a game, that's when we'll know if the progress really has become what we want it to be. Right now, it's just guys out there running plays, trying to figure out. We're not game planning anything. We're just throwing stuff against the wall. Well, not really throwing against the wall, but giving them concepts and whatnot to be able to execute and seeing who can execute those concepts. That's the reason why I don't worry about how many balls each guy has caught. I don't worry about it. Yeah, we track it, but I'm not worried about that, because if the X catches a ball, then guess what? Whoever the starter is, that's going to be your ball when the game comes up, okay? All right, when the Z catches it, hey, I don't care who the Z is at that time. That's going to be your ball, whoever the starter is at Z. So, guys, just go out there and execute plays and show that you can operate in the offense at a high level.
How much do you throw at Ryan this early in his career?
And again, he's just like everybody else. Just throw him out there and see if he can execute plays. That's the thing. I'm looking at missed assignments, okay? That's what I'm focusing on. Do you not know what you're doing? So the quarterback now is off his timing, all right? And for the concept, I want to make sure that you know exactly what to do, when to do it, and how to do it at any point in the game. So I'm not worried about who it is. But I keep track of who's making the issues.
And when there's a play that Ryan doesn't do what he's supposed to do, how does he take your coaching in that situation?
Great. He is a phenomenal human being. Young man, legitimately takes hard coaching. Hey, you want to sit down and kind of talk through it with them and draw it up for him? You can coach that kid any kind of way that you want to, and he responds to it at a high level.
For a guy like Kendrick Law, Coach DeBoer talked about how he ran like 23.6 miles an hour over the summer, bench presses 450. Does he kind of stand out just from a physicality and a versatility standpoint in your room?
Well, there's some other guys in the room that can run, and there's some other guys in the room who are strong and can do some high-level things, But physically, Law is somebody that looks very imposing, okay? And so I appreciate his physicality in practice, in all things that he does. I mean, he just has a knack for wanting to do that. I mean, before the spring game, he called me and said, hey, Coach, on the first play of the game, I want to crack. And he did. We didn't crack the guy, and we got a huge run out of it. And so just proud of how he approaches everything that he does in his entire life. I mean, he's just a great human being.
Yes, sir. Listen, Coach Shep, and I want to give a shout out to all the people that have been becoming co-sponsors of the stream. Before we jump into this statement, before we jump into this reaction, and then open the phone lines up for our 7 minutes of phone call reactions. Listen, we have co-sponsor goals that we want to hit on the streams. It's been helping. I did not know this. Super chats help the algorithm. So today, the super chats, we want yellow super chats to become a co-sponsor. If you want to be, Cash Apps, PayPal, all of that stuff is automatic, right? You donate, you automatically become a sponsor of today's stream. But the super chats, we're looking for yellow super chats to be recognized as a co-sponsor. And that don't mean you can't super chat, because we accepting our super chats. We don't turn away no super chats. You hear me? Here at the Coach Smook Network, every super chat is a super chat. But to become a co-sponsor today is going to be the yellow super chats. And our goal is to try to have 3 of those. So if you find it in your heart, we're not begging. The only thing we begging for is them likes and subscribes and them shares. Okay, that's the only thing we're going to beg for. But if you find it in your heart to donate, think about hitting the yellow one. I don't know how much it is. It's just the color that was picked on the spinner today. So thank y'all for that. But I want to say this before I even get into my reaction. Coach Shepard for the next head coach of Bama. If anybody's with me, I want y'all to get behind me if y'all with that. Let me know. Type amen in the chat if you're feeling that. Coach Shepard, and I know we just got Kalen DeBoer, but if Kalen DeBoer gets pulled off to the NFL after winning two natties back-to-back at Bama in the next 3 years, I want Coach Shepard to be the next head coach at the University of Alabama. Coach Shepard could get in at the University of Alabama and really shut down college football. Every player that has talked to Coach Shepard on their official visits that I've been able to talk to, especially in this 25 class, they talk about Coach Shepard. And I'm going to tell you right now, we had 2 commits. Two commits. We had 2 silent commits committed to the University of Alabama before they were informed that, you know, Alabama has this commitment coming. They're going in this direction, that type of thing. Coach Shepard's name was the primary factor for how he treated their families. Him, Coach Mo, and I'm not saying the other coaches aren't, but these are names that I keep hearing when I talk to these recruits, when I talk to these families. So Coach Shepard for the next Alabama head coach. Shout out to that. Listen, and yeah, y'all feeling that. Shout out to Zach for the $9.99 super chat, coming in with the first super chat of the stream and jumping on that banner to become a co-sponsor of today's stream. Zachary Will just coming through with the Roll Tide on the $9.99 super chat. Zach, you already know Mr. AAA, the voice of the AAA himself, coming through, becoming a sponsor, a co-sponsor of today's stream. Appreciate that, Zach. 100%. You know, Coach Smook and the network and the AAA family appreciate your support, man. I really do. And yeah, I can see that. After DeBoer wins 5 natties, can we hold him for 5 natties? You know, if DeBoer stays after winning 2, if Coach DeBoer stays past 6 years, I will be happy. I will be happy. If we could keep Coach DeBoer for 6 years. How long has Napier been at Florida? 4 years now? Norvell been at Florida State for about 4 years now. I think A&M gave Jimbo like 6 years or 5 years or something like that. So we might be able to keep him, right? Might be able to keep him. But kind of dive into more. I love how he answers the questions about the receivers. And that expectation, Antoine highlighted it. He said he loved the answer he gave about, you know, which receivers have improved. He said none of them. And me as a receiver coach, as a former receiver, as a receiver guy, that's the type of coach I want. Cause I know, to me, he may not have said it, but that means, oh, we got dudes. I'm not even gonna let y'all, I'm just letting y'all know. I got so many dudes that I'm not gonna let y'all know about how many dudes I got. All of them need to work cause they that good. If I tell them how good they are right now, we might lose them. So I'm gonna just keep letting them compete. And to know that guys have a certain respect for each other, to know, okay, we may not be listing starters right now, but this is a leader. This is a proven guy. Let me learn from him and see what got him to this point. Kendrick Law, Kobe Prentice, Jeremy Bernard, CJ Dupree, Robbie Oots. All of these guys in that wide receiver tight end room that are being effective as leaders are influencing this class. So let's jump into the phone lines again. And again, y'all, I'm gonna be extra strict on the timeline this time because guess what? We got a lot of people calling in. People want to talk. I told y'all this was going to happen getting closer to the season. Y'all ain't want to believe me, but now it's happening. So if you want to be heard, if you want to get in on the phone lines, the phone line is now open, 334-625-1121. Again, that's 334-625-1121. Call in, say your name, and put me in the game. Call in, say your name. We're reacting. We're reacting to Coach Shepard's post-practice interview. Post-practice interview reactions right now. That's what we're doing. We're reacting to the post-practice interviews from this past weekend. And I'm gonna tell y'all something else too. Any rumors y'all are hearing about like this player did this player did that, a lot of stuff that I've been seeing on a lot of popular message boards and stuff is nowhere near accurate. On the defensive side, the D-line has been eating like crazy. On the offensive side, Jalen Milroe has been going crazy. Ty Simpson has been struggling heavily. Struggling. I don't know what it is. And it's probably just, early practice jitters or whatever, trying to phase into the new scheme of things or the new hitch or orders. But Milroe's focus is definitely starting to show, and Austin Mack is improving. Austin Mack has improved from this spring up until now. So there's a lot of quality competition going on across the board. The running back room, you can't tell them apart. You can't tell them apart is what the word is on the street. You really can't tell them apart. Other than noticeable size difference between like Daniel Hill and the rest of them, you really can't. Their running styles are so similar. Kevin Riley out there just giving good looks as the other true freshman, giving great looks. Speed all over the offense. The defense
and Pascal's has not been struggling because they are able to be physical. And I hope the refs and things that we have at our I hope that refs that we have at our scrimmages, I hope they really call it close, like realistic game experience. Hey, shout out to Ryan Jones for the donation, the Cash App donation. Shout out to Ryan Jones for the first Cash App donation on the stream and becoming a co-sponsor of today's stream. Ryan Jones, I don't know if you're in the chat still, but thank you. Thank you, Ryan Jones, for your generous donation, my brother. The Cash App donation. We just got confirmation. I just seen it pop up. Thank you, Ryan Jones, for your generous donation through Cash App, man. We appreciate you 100%. And again, to reiterate, last week I saw some of our AAA members asking about what's better to donate. Both of them help. It just depends on how you want to help. You want to help a brother right now? Cash App it. You just want to continue to support the growth of the channel, and you want to continue to contribute, and you want your comments to be heard. You want everybody to know that you're donating. Super chat. Everybody's going to know you're donating regardless, because I'm going to call you out. We got another caller on the line, 205. You're on the line. I know who this is.
Call from
Zachary put me in the game.
Yo, Zach, you back in the game for the second quarter. How you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling good, Coach Smith.
Jump into the conversation, man. Coach Shepard, your reaction to his interview. I know you love the energy that he brings every time, the media is ready to interact with him. So give me your feedback on it, Zach.
Yes, I'm excited with what he had to say, and I agree with you on the fact that he said everybody has to improve.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the fact that we don't have any breakout players. It's just the fact that he's trying to get everybody to stay bought in, stay motivated, to keep pushing, to keep getting better every day, and not letting any one particular player get a big head to where he's not performing in practice like he's supposed to.
Right. And then some post-practice reports, not just Coach Shepard. We didn't get it on the B-roll, but there was some statements made about how receivers are very keen on their timing. It seems like a lot of these guys are starting to pick up on the timing of concepts. With the amount of speed that we have on this roster at the receiver position, and you heard him say that Kendrick Law ain't just the only fast guy. We got a lot of speed on the offensive side. What is your projection for this passing game, as far as the production side of it? What do you see this being, and who are some guys that you think will be able to stand out immediately? Like, I mean, as many names as you feel like, or whatever. Just give me your feedback. What do you feel like who's going to stand out in this passing game, and how effective is this passing game going to be?
It's going to be very effective. And the reason why it's going to be very effective is because our run game is going to set up our passing game.
Right. What? Zach about to get another horn. Go ahead, keep going.
Yes, because we're going to head the ball off, bring the safeties down to where they have to cover, and then go over the top with Kobe Prentice, or Ryan Williams, or Kendrick Law, or Jeremy Bernard, or Caleb Odom, or
so many
talented players, and all of them have the speed to blow the top off of any defense in the SEC this year. So we're just it's going to be an interesting fall.
Mm-hmm.
Is all I got to say, and I'm ready for it. I'm excited, and I just and I'm already I already have it in my head that we're going to the SEC championship game this year, and going to Atlanta and playing whoever. Bring everybody on. I don't care.
Right.
Is whoever we play, we're going to be ready, prepared, and this coaching staff. I'm so excited for this coaching staff because they blew my expectations out of the water. And when I say they blew my expectations out of the water, I knew Coach DeBoer was a winning coach. I just didn't know how he was going to be able to recruit in the South, and knowing that he can compete with Kirby. Not only compete with Kirby, but beat Kirby out for some of the best talent. Beat Hugh Freeze out for some of the best talent. Beat Billy Napier out for some of the best talent. And players are coming to Alabama not for a bag, but just to be surrounded by this coaching staff and to compete and improve themselves and get themselves ready to go to the pros.
Right. And you got to think, these guys bring a winning culture with them. Not just, they don't just step into a winning culture. They bring a winning culture with them. They literally, majority of this staff was coaching in the college football playoff last season. Or well, the basis of this staff was coaching. The structure was coaching in the college football playoff. And then the rest of the staff was either head coaches or coordinators at their last stop. I think Christian Robinson is the only one that wasn't a coordinator. And I'm talking about new coaches on staff. The only ones from the previous staff were Coach G and Coach Roach, and they both got promotions. So this staff, and they were some of the more reliable coaches on this staff when it came to getting guys ready. We didn't see the type of crazy sack production from our D-line, but we saw that D-line be the most consistent thing on our defense for the past 4 or 5 years because of Coach Roach, and the type of talent he was able to recruit. Same thing on the offensive side. Running backs, we've always, even the years where we had a whole bunch of injuries at running backs, you had Brian Robinson as the only running back one year, and we had DeMoy Kennedy back there running, taking handoffs, and I think we had Christian Leary back there, a wide receiver and a linebacker, because we had so many injuries the year Roydell and Jace went down. So it's one of those things where I think the staff moves were the key factor in how this transition went along. Yes, we was able to secure a number 2 recruiting class, and number 1 class is the 25 class is number 1 class, but it was the staff for me that really made the difference, because as great of a guy as Kalen DeBoer is, he can't do it by himself. He can't do it by himself.
Right.
So
100%. And I agree. Courtney Morgan played a big part in this as well. We can't forget Courtney Morgan and the job he has done recruiting this recruiting class as well.
Yep, 100%. Well, Zach, we come to the end of your second quarter, man. Listen, third quarter. We missed the second quarter. We had some good conversations, but I'm going to let you off the line, and we're going to open the phone lines back up again because people are buzzing in the comments, Zach. You had some hitters. You had some hitters on this phone call. And I think Coach Shepherd brings that out of us as a fan base. I really think Coach Shepherd, like his energy, his intensity, him and Coach Mo, they bring the intensity to the interviews. So I could just imagine what these players feel. Us as fans, when we get to see it, just look at how we act. Just imagine how those players act and how they feel when they get to interact. So I'm excited, Zach, just like you. And I appreciate you for calling and supporting the Coach Smooth Network with your super chats, your call-ins, your songs, everything, Zach. I appreciate you, my guy.
Oh, yeah. And I appreciate you for providing this platform where I can do that, Coach Smooth.
You already know, Zach. This is our platform. We are AAA, authenticity above all, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
and
sir.
I got some merch coming in on the way.
I want the picture too, Zach. I want the picture because that's what we're going to start putting on the banner. That's the only changes we making to the banner. And I really hope everybody that has that's ordering merch, you don't take long getting those pictures in, because I'm going to update the banner. It will be fire to show up at the tailgate with the banner up and y'all AAA merch. That'd be so fire.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing is, with that banner, now it's not just Bama fans. It's not just Bama fans no more. It's people that don't even watch college football at my church that said they were going to go online and buy shirts and stuff, just to support the network. So I hope everybody enjoys it. And this is our first time doing stuff like this. So y'all, the shipping and everything, I don't control that. I just upload the designs. They provide websites and online stores, pop-ups and all that stuff for you. They made it so easy that everything that you guys are dealing with, they have their own support, their chat support and all of that. So if you have any issues, you're able to reach out to an actual distribution company. Y'all ain't got to worry about Coach Smoot doing it, on the presser behind me. You know what I'm saying? The pressing machine. This is quality stuff. So definitely take advantage of it. Plus, you're getting that 15% off up until August 31st. August 31st, you're getting that 15% off. So like Zach, get your merch. But Zach, let me open this phone line back up, man, and roll Tide.
All right, roll Tide, my brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yo, the phone line is open again. This is our second caller segment, and then after this, we'll go into our post-practice review segment where we're reviewing all the interviews straight through. Only reason I picked out Coach Shepard as the feature reaction is because of the energy. Every time, I'm not gonna lie. If I'm being real, Coach Shepard is probably my favorite coach on the staff right now. Coach Shepard is my favorite coach on the staff right now, and that ain't no slight at the other ones. It's just as a wide receiver, as someone who I've seen and met and had personal conversations with, he's the one I connected with on a personal level. Similar upbringings and everything. So yeah, and shout out to all the super chats on the stream already, man. We had super chats and donations. We had Zach and my guy Ryan Jones become co-sponsors of today's stream, and I appreciate y'all. So if you want to become a co-sponsor of today's stream, as you read the banner at the bottom, 5 gifted memberships, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, and or all yellow super chats will be recognized as stream sponsors. So if you want to be recognized on the banner below, such as Zach and Ryan, go ahead and donate charitable, whether it be the gifted memberships or whatever. It's all greatly appreciated. Every like, every share is appreciated. My boy Dwight said he got merch coming. Okay, Coach Shep ain't gonna let the wide receivers be the weakest link on the team. And if think about this, for that statement right there, Antoine, that lets you know how intense it is at practice when it comes to breeding that competition. Because if this, I've seen this consistently through all my reports, through all the people. Ryan Williams is like your seventh guy in line, right? He's like your seventh or eighth guy in line every time, which to me is what I said. I said he will be a solid rotational player that will get a lot of opportunities, right? In this offense, I believe there will be series delegated workload. If we go into this phase of offense, this is the group I want to see, and this is the order, or this is the order we're going to rotate. If we go into this phase of offense, this is the order we're going to rotate. And it's all quality control. See, that's something that I would love to do. I would love to be the coach, the guy in the quality control room on their staff that looks at film, and I look at analytics, I look at production in certain plays, certain schemes, and I provide the charts to these position coaches saying, hey, this player is thriving in this area. So if we get in the game and we need this type of route or this type of concept, this is your most productive group based off of what's happening at practice. And these guys are falling up after that. These guys, that's what I want to do when it comes to schematics, because that helps. So when you have multiple guys when you have offensive quality control reports where you say, we're going in 14 personnel and this is my 4-man wide receiver. This is my group of 4 wide receivers that have the most production on the field. And if this guy can't go, this guy produces at this area. You have people on staff that do that for a living. That's what I want to do. I want to be the analytical guy. And that's what starts setting other teams apart. That's dope when you get that in depth. They said Jaron Hamilton leading most of the drills. That's a pleasant surprise. You know what? Jaron Hamilton being in front, I think that's a culture thing with this staff, because you'll see you'll see like a preferred walk on leading a drill on the defensive backside. You'll see linebackers too. D linemen, you probably won't see it as much because it ain't too many walk-ons on the D line. All those guys, and they do quality work because they're the deepest room in the building, on the roster. What else? Offensive line. You see a lot of movement with the offensive line, getting the best group of guys together. But I think we're solidified with that first group. We did get confirmation that Parker Brailsford is the starter. Like I told y'all day one. LT Overton is back out there. Y'all seen that. And like I said, there were some conversations that had to be had. There were some conversations, and that's not a bad thing. It's good when you have a staff that don't just kick you off for having a bad attitude. They understand the grind that goes behind this. They understand the pressures that go behind playing for the University of Alabama and the expectations you set on yourself. And when those goals aren't met like you thought they should be met, you can get frustrated. And I think we got another heart reaction over there. My mom came over. Mom, y'all not in the YouTube chat? Ooh, they're going to be mad at y'all. Y'all, Papa Smook and Mama Smook didn't check in the YouTube chat. They on Facebook side, though. I ain't snitching. Shout out to my brother, John Burnett, that's in the building out there with the Rush County boys. And that mess he like to say, y'all know what he like to say when he come in here. We ain't gonna give him too much energy today. What's up, bro? How's Dixon doing? I haven't seen or heard much of him from this past week. So Sterling Dixon is one of those players. He's just waiting his turn. He's a sophomore this year. No, he's a freshman. He's a freshman this year. I think his early enrollment period definitely helped him. His thing was getting some size on him. He's going to play at that 225, 230 weight, but he's another one of those smart inside linebackers that if he just stakes with the process, goes hard on special teams, the first injury that happens, him and Justin Okoronkwo will probably split those reps. Those reps will be picked up because you got to think Jefferson, Alexander, they get moved up, to kind of help Campbell. I think Mike linebacker position though, when you talk about the Mike linebacker, Dixon might be number two. He might be number two because from what I'm hearing based off alignment, it's Mike linebacker Deontay Lawson. Will is Jahad Campbell, and then behind Campbell is Jefferson, and behind Jefferson is Alexander, and then behind Campbell is Justin O, and behind Justin O is Sterling Dixon. They're both interchangeable. So if those two guys are getting trained up to play Mike, then that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So the phone lines are open again, 334-625-1121. 334-625-1121. But I kind of just went off on a tangent there about all the young guys. But I think that's a theme of the conversations to notice, y'all. The theme of the interview to notice. She said, Mama Smook said, it's all happening on Coach Smook Network with the AAA family for life. AAA family for life. That's what's up, Mama. Turning up. Look, y'all, he coming in here talking. He's starting to mess. You owe somebody from Dude Show some steak, Smook, for that Proctor take. I do. I owe him some ribs. And I don't mind. I'm glad. I told y'all I'm a good sport. I pay my bets. I forget the guy's name. So if you go find it, if you watch that show and they still interact over there, let me know. Tell him he can come to the Coach Smook Network, where it's more entertaining. I'm not scared to say that. I feel like I have one of the more entertaining call-in shows on YouTube, right? Even when we chilling, I feel like we have one of the more entertaining call-in shows on YouTube, right? Right? If y'all feel me on that, put some fire in the chat. My boy said WDE, and 5 Adams said 4th and 31. Oh man, yeah, hey. Oh man, hey, we just want to know. Man. John, come on, call in, man. Tell us how Auburn looking. Because this is a fan community show. Even though we all about the time. Y'all, this blanket almost looks fake, doesn't it? This is the other one. The giveaway one is still in the back. This is mine. This one was mine. That mug almost looked like a whole like a curtain. Oh man. Oh man, look. He said, "Uh-oh, what's that? You saying we on fire?" See, and you know, if we're not gonna have a phone call, we're gonna jump into our reactions. I like getting into the interview parts because it gives y'all a chance to be live on reactions, and your takes. So we'll just go ahead and jump into that. We'll post practice interview reactions right now. We're gonna jump into that, and I'm gonna upload the rest of the interviews. We got, let me see, who can we pull up next? And shout out to Dwight. Shout out to Dwight. Oh, we got a phone call. 706 is on the line. Let me see who this is.
Call from.
Bro.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Yo, Brody, you on the line, man. What's up, man? First off, before you say nothing, I just want to say roll tide. But how you feeling, bro?
What up, Smoke? What damn you? What up with you, brother?
That much, man. That much. How you feeling this morning, brother?
We good, bro, man. We good, man. Woke up, man. It's been hard to catch a show sometimes. You know what I'm saying? The grandchildren and work.
Look,
but I got you this morning, you know.
I feel you, man. Listen, so bring us some news about Auburn. This is the different one, y'all. This chat, I want y'all to listen up closely because we've been dealing with, you know, the Auburn fans, and I'm gonna tell y'all first. First of all, this ain't this ain't the majority. This ain't because he my bro. He's not one of the majority. He's a realistic football fan. He's just dedicated to his war. I almost threw up. I almost threw up on stream.
Go ahead and say it, dog.
Hey, man, go ahead and just talk, man. Let me get some mints. I almost threw up. What you got to say, man?
Do me like that, dog. Don't do me like that, dog. Yeah, wow. For real. Hey, man. Listen. I'm excited about this football season for Alabama, man. You know, with all the challenges that we got coming to the SEC, you know what I'm saying? Everybody forget, though, that the biggest game of our season is in November. You know what I'm saying? That Alabama versus Auburn. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest game of the season for us. You know what I mean? So, you know, when you got the players like Cam Coleman from Phoenix City, you got that kid that flip-flop from Alabama that come to Auburn, that's a big win for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, even though people want to hate and talk cash money when it comes to the state of Alabama, dog, you know, if we're not playing Auburn, we're not playing Alabama, 9 times out of 10, we got to on prime time. You know what I mean? So it really is a family first type of ordeal. You know what I mean? So, you know, when it comes down to that football in Alabama, dog, hey, if Alabama ain't on, if Auburn ain't on, and Troy is on, we're going to watch Troy. If Troy ain't on, South Alabama on, we're going to watch South Alabama. If we can catch a game with Tuskegee, we're going to catch that game. Alabama State, we're going to catch that game.
Right.
So for the state of Alabama, you know, I think it's a totally different ball game when it comes down to Alabama football.
Right.
People take it and they run with it. They run it and drag it all out. That's where the rival is so crazy between Alabama and Auburn.
Yep.
A lot of Auburn fans are really Alabama fans. A lot of Alabama fans are really Auburn fans. It's okay.
I don't know about that. I ain't never listen.
Hey,
Jake, I'm your brother. I have never in my life ever bowl game, basketball, tennis. Never. Listen,
bro.
I wish I could zoom in on my face. If you could see me on the screen, never. N-E, capital V to the 10th power. Never cheered for AWBURN in anything.
That's crazy.
Man, when my sister, when my parents are in the chat right now, when my sister got an academic scholarship to go to Auburn University, my family was so sick and happy and upset and joyous and all of these emotions. But you know what made it better? When she got to that campus and she walked around in her Alabama socks every day. My sister would wear her Alabama socks over her pants legs to make sure everybody.
Hold on, bro. This is the call-in show, right? So you told me to call in, I called in. So you ain't gonna take my shine, okay?
Go ahead.
All right.
I'm sorry.
You ain't gonna do it.
I'm for the people. Go ahead. I'm for the people. Go ahead.
Hey, because you suffering a mean WWE beat down right now, Tippin. I ain't gonna
But nah, man, you know how it is, man. And that's just me, man. I have never.
Go ahead. You have never what?
I've never cheered for them boys, man, ever. I've worn a Georgia hat before. You know, I've worn a Florida State hat. I've worn a Florida State T-shirt. You know.
Well, who you with then, Smook? I mean, you going for all these Florida teams.
You know who I'm with. I know
who you with. But
I got Alabama State gear. I got A&M gear. I got Troy gear. I refuse. I will not.
Okay.
Somebody got my son. Somebody messed around and got my son for his newborn stuff. Got him an Auburn onesie. You know what we did?
What you do?
We went outside in Texas. We went outside and I lit that grill up and I went live and I burnt that onesie brand new with the tag on it. I burnt that mug live on Facebook. I refused and I unfriended them. And I think I just started talking. My son 13 now. He was about 7 months old when we got that. I just started talking to him when my son was 10.
All right, Smoke. So let's do this right quick, okay? All right, so Tom Powell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tom Powell is a bloodline relative. Jody Powell, Alvin Briggs. Alvin Briggs and Tom, they went to Auburn back in the 80s, right? Alvin Briggs, you know, the old Alabama director of football.
Director of player personnel. Yeah.
Right. So I had scholarships to Alabama, Auburn, Georgia, Mississippi, all that, right? So I went to Alabama first, and I got cousins that went to Alabama, right? They on the wall, track. Took pictures with O.J. Simpson holding the big number 1 sign, all that. So now, don't get it twisted, okay? So listen, I go to my trip to Alabama. Mike DuBose was the coach. He was the one that recruited me, right? As defensive back. So it was nice. I loved it. It was cool. I got to see pictures of my family. Did nobody know who I was, you know, for real. But I see my pictures of my family on the wall. See their name etched in the sticks and in the bricks. I'm like, cool. Right? I went to Auburn. Now, mind you, I grew up in the 80s, the 90s, right? So Bo Jackson, Charles Barkley. Mind you, again, now Wesley Person, Chuck Persons, those are bloodline relatives as well. So don't get it twisted. But what got me was when I went to the Auburn visit, bro, and it just changed my whole life. It was something about that culture down there in Auburn that made me like, yeah, plus Bo Jackson, plus Charles Barkley, plus my bloodline relatives going to school there. It's like, you know, so I feel you. It's not your fault. You know, it's not your fault.
I'm over here trying not to throw up. Because ain't nothing pretty about even just the town itself. And I respect Opelika.
You got to come back to the country. Remember that, okay?
Listen,
you got to come to watch what you say. Tread water lightly, buddy. You got to come to the country.
You already know. We way more deep down the road and on 165 than them Auburn fans. Right. You already know. So we ain't tripping. It's when we get back to the closer into Phoenix City side where you it's a little bit more even. Y'all got a little bit more help once you're in the city and towards Smith Station. But
hey, tread water, buddy. Tread water, buddy.
Listen, man.
Hey, man, I love you, man. I love you, man. Keep doing what you're doing. I wish I could have saw you this weekend. Things happen, but it's going to come back around. And when you come to the house, we're going to eat good. I know you want to be a vegan, eat leaves and stuff like that. I'll fix you one.
Ain't nobody eating no doggone leaves, bro. I still grill pork ribs. I eat bacon. I'm for the swine, my brother.
I got a whole bunch of trees out here, dog. I'm gonna wrap you up some bacon and some of these leaves I got. Make sure you eat good,
okay? All right, man. Appreciate you for calling in, man. I appreciate you for real, man. Appreciate the support, 100%, man.
Already, brother.
All right, man. Take care and roll tide.
Damn.
Get the hell off my phone, man. Shout out to my guy Jay Brody, y'all. Hey. That's the type of energy I want from my Auburn fans. Stand on business. And I like the trash talk. I know all of y'all ain't gonna be as chill and as that's a brother right there. We go back and forth. We from the same city, so when you going back and forth with Auburn fans from your town that you grew up with, it's different. It's the ones that you don't know that you get kind of hostile with and you kind of cross. But nah, when you got good fandom, you understand it ain't personal. It ain't personal. And just like the fans in the chat, man, y'all see how cool it is, man. And I hope y'all hate for him is like a love hate. Like I would never watch like an Auburn fan struggle after a game. You know what I'm saying? Like a real Auburn fan, a good Auburn fan, if they break down on the side of the road and I'm leaving and I see them like needing help, I'm gonna pull over and help them after the game. But before the game, I ain't. Auburn fans up until kickoff, up until that clock hit 0 on Iron Bowl weekend, sometimes that whole week, depending on how the year going. If it's one of them years where we undefeated going into the game, I don't give Auburn fans the time of day. No respect. I am so respectfully disrespectful that week, right? That I don't allow it. But after the game, it's good. Auntie them, I love y'all. Cousin them, I love y'all. Friends who cheer for that sorry team, I love y'all. But going up to that game, you can't get no help from me. Phone line is open again, 334-625. Wait, what time is it? Oh, hold up. Nope. Phone line is not open. Phone line is not open. I lied to y'all. The phone line is not open. We're going to go into this reaction segment. We're going to go into the reaction segment. And we're going to run all the interviews back to back. So you already seen Coach Shepard. Next up, we're going to have Coach Cap. I think that's Coach Cap that we got available. And then we will, I think Coach Ellis is there, Coach and Coach DeBoer. And then we got player interviews. So we got a few clips to go over. Up next right now is Coach Cap. Let's go with Coach Cap right here.
Consistency, right? There's some things that really stand out that are good. But then, and that's really been the battle through all the years of coaching O-line, is really a great O-line is a consistent O-line. And so that's the thing that we got to be, whether we're fighting the elements, ourselves, or the D, right? It's about being consistent. So that's what I want to see from them. I want to see better consistency.
How has Caden really just came in and just kind of know he was at Iowa, came back, he missed the spring, but how is he maybe just embracing, learning the system, and maybe just getting adjusted to everything?
I think he's been great. Work ethic's been off the charts. Open to coaching, learning. He's working on his own. He lives with Wilkins, so they're watching extra film, they're quizzing, doing all the things that you want them to do. So I've been really pleasantly surprised at just how eager he is, man, to learn and jump in. It's been great.
How happy were you to be able to get Gino after coaching him? He's a familiar face. What does he add to that?
Yeah, that was big for us in the sense that, when we lost Brockermeyer, just the stability of having, guys that have been through the fire that can play, and then you add that competition. And the good thing about a guy like Gino is he can play all three interior spots. So it gives you another center and another guard, right? That's done it in the Big Ten. So it was huge to have him. He knows what to expect out of me. Half of what we're doing is what I've always done. Another half is kind of what Coach brought. So he's learning some things too, but it was huge to have him here.
You talked in the spring about having a certain amount of people that can snap the ball. He's one of them. Absolutely. I think we saw Rock Montgomery, obviously Parker. Yep. Is there anybody else besides those three that you're kind of looking at?
You got Joe Ionata snapping. Oh, yeah. All right. And then, Will Sanders snaps. We've had Olos has been snapping, right? And then we got a couple of the younger kids. But in a typical year, when like when we get into next spring, we'll probably have 8 to 10 kids snapping year round. Booker, he snaps, right? He snapped all summer. So it's just, I learned my lesson. You can't have enough of them. I lost 3 in a week at North Carolina, and I thought I was really good with 4, and I wasn't. So I said, that's it. From now on, I'm training 8 to 10 guys. Plus, for them and their futures, it's huge. It's one of the first questions I ever hear from an NFL scout. Can he snap? I can say yes. They've been doing it, even if they're not doing it live scenarios. And then when they grab them in their pro days or whatever, then it's nothing for them. So it's good for all of us.
Do you guys set aside time for maybe Parker and Jalen to build the chemistry? That's something that struggled last year on this team. Is there set-in times, or that's something they do on their own?
Well, we got pockets during practice where they're together, but then it's something that we want them to do on their own. That's something that I've been working hard in the offseason with my room, is just these guys building relationships and bonding with each other outside the football field and nothing to do with football. You know, this old line room's got to be the closest knit group there is. So that's something we're doing as a whole team. We've done a lot of things as a team, too, to get them in those situations.
How handy has Parker been, too, for helping out the rest of the line? You said kind of getting those things from Coach.
Well, especially when we first got here, right? I mean, when we first got here, before I even got here, you know, he grabbed the guys that Booker had them come over to the house, and they were going over everything. And then the transition when Coach Huff left and I came in, he was a valuable piece for me. So it's always really good to have somebody that has that experience in their offense, which is ours now.
You asked about Caden, but what have you seen from the tackles and holes? Does it improve?
Again, I'm getting back to that consistency thing, right? Like, you know, Proctor does some really good things. Pritchett's really improved. Wilkin has improved. You know, Miles is coming off being banged up a little bit and showing some progress. McQuill's doing some things. But again, who are the guys that are going to be consistent enough that we can say, hey, we can really trust them? And maybe it's more than two, which would be great. I have no problem rotating a guy in if he's earned it.
Shout out Brett for the $9.99 super chat. Bama versus Mizzou in the SEC championship, and for becoming a co-sponsor of today's stream, giving us our third co-sponsor of today's stream, hitting our goal. Thank you all for supporting the Coach Smoot Network. Let's get back to it.
You mentioned the consistency. Is that common this time of year for every team, or is it more of a
absolutely? You know, that's I think every O-line coach, if you ask them, that's the thing that you're trying to build. That, you know, the chemistry with each other, but you're also rotating guys, so they got to get used to working with each other. And you know, for the big guys, man, you're out here in the heat and you're battling, right? The mental toughness and everything that comes with it. That's it's as hard as they work in the summer are strength coaches, and they're in great shape. You can't get into this football shape, right? Where you can't simulate 300 plus guys pushing around 300 plus guys for 2.5 hours, right? So that's just something that they have to adjust to, and the better ones will do it quicker.
I feel Casey Poe has developed since the spring. How's he adjusting to SEC football?
Yeah, Casey's coming along. He's a young kid. You know, he's still got to continue to grow. You know, we've asked him to play multiple positions, so that's a challenge for him, but he's been able to handle it, so I've been pleased with his progress. You know, he's a guy that you're counting on to continue to develop and be able to help this program in a big way. All right.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, next up, y'all, we're going to have Coach, I think this is Coach Sheridan. We're going to have pulled up here. Let me see.
Nick, where
there you go.
The receivers right now, where do you think they stand?
Hey, shout out to my boy Kennington Lloyd Smith III. Y'all see my brother back there? That's him back there. Got the fresh, edgy. You know what I'm saying? I told him I want a beard like that. But yeah, shout out to my boy Kenny.
I think they're improving. I think Coach Shep's doing a great job. I like the depth there, and I like the competition. You know, there's obviously an influx of young players in the room, and there's some veterans that have really grasped the offense, the techniques, the fundamentals, the scheme, and you obviously see the explosiveness and the speed in the room. And so it's ongoing. Coach Shep's done a great job of rotating those guys, and we're going to need them all. You know, and I think this season more than any before, you know, with the length of the season, you're going to need depth and competition at all positions, and certainly that's been one because there's a lot of really good players, and they're working hard to try to separate themselves.
What about the competition at tackle, both tackles?
Ongoing. I mean, today was the first day that we put pads on, and so you know, we'll go back and watch the film. But those guys are doing a good job. Coach Cap's done a great job of developing them, you know, since spring until now, and so. Just like all positions, we got a long way to go, but I've seen a lot of good play out of that room in particular, you know, the first few days. But like I said, we just put pads on today for the first time, and so we'll go back and take a look at the film and see what it looked like.
How much? Take a second to stop right now and acknowledge my sister Trina with the $13.99 super chat on the stream, coming through with the yellow one, adding her name to the banner as the co-sponsor of today's stream. The fourth co-sponsor of today's stream. Trina, thank you for your generous donation of $13.99 Canadian dollar, baby. Canadian dollar. She says, bring on the 2024 season. Roll Tide, y'all. Authenticity above all. AAA. Thank you, Trina, for your generous donation. I appreciate you, sister, 100%.
Well, I think CJ and Robbie, just with their experience and their time here, certainly from a leadership standpoint, and kind of similarly to the wide receiver room, you know, there's good players in that room, and they're competing their tail off. And you know, every place that we've been, you know, you need 4 players that can contribute and play in the game. You know, how many snaps, what that looks like, you know, will be determined. But I feel good about that room, and Coach Ellis has done a great job of just building the chemistry, the camaraderie in the room. I think they support one another, and we're going to need them all.
How much has Jalen Miller and the rest of the quarterbacks progressed in terms of just learning the offense and the schemes and everything from the spring to now?
Well, I certainly see progression. There's no doubt, and so, you know, I appreciate the question. You know, we're just trying to be a little bit better today than we were yesterday. And so, as far as the amount of growth, you see it in practice and you see it in the execution, and yet you're coaching and correcting and critiquing each and every day at all positions, and they've been super receptive to that, and so. Yeah, we're pleased with that room, but we also know there's a lot more for us to improve on and get better at.
Just in the limited time we see at practice, we've seen both Justice and Jay in the first team reps, kind of running back. You kind of see them as 1A, 1B, and what's kind of their role in offense this season?
Yeah, I think, you know, in today's football, you can't, you know, you have to have multiple backs to be able to play. There's a lot of things that we ask those guys to do. You know, certainly running physically between the tackles, and also perimeter runs and the explosiveness in that regard. But blitz pickup, pass protection, route running, and so both of those guys, you know, had a great spring, and certainly to this point have had a nice camp. You know, but like I said, we're 3 days in, and so there's a lot for us to improve on. There's still installation that's going on each and every day, but. Yeah, Jam and Justice are great kids and really good players, and have done a nice job.
When you have a freshman who enrolls in the summer like Ryan does, what are the check marks and check points you're looking at when you're watching practice? I think you're looking at for?
Well, you know, I give Ryan a ton of credit, and I give his coaches a lot of credit. You know, what Coach Shep and TG and some of the young coaches have poured into him over the summer months, and the amount of work that Ryan has put in. And I think the hardest thing for a young freshman wide receiver is just getting lined up properly, you know, and that has never been an issue for him. You know, he has been on it as far as, you know, recognition of communication, whether it be signals or in a huddle or whatever it may be, lining up properly.
Yeah, I got it. I'm sorry. I don't know who the young man is in the back. I'm gonna show y'all. Let me see. Can I go back? Do y'all see the guy standing behind Kenny?
Properly.
With the glasses and the... Why somebody said, who got this fake Coach Smook on his Somebody said, who done went and tried to find them a Coach Smook? Listen, y'all, the culture is changing. The industry is changing. And I was just the first one. I was just the first one to show up looking like I look. I promise you, there's going to be more. They took note. Kyle did something different when he put me on that in that environment. And I think this staff embraced it. It's having a different energy, a different style in that media conference room. And I know they waiting for me. I know for a fact my spot, they're waiting on Coach Smook to be back there. So no, I found that kind of funny. And there ain't no slight at bro, but I don't even know him. I think he's with TDA now. Congratulations to him. But yeah, it was funny. Somebody let's get back to the video, man.
You know, and that has never been an issue for him. You know, he has been on it as far as, you know, recognition of communication, whether it be signals or in a huddle or whatever it may be, lining up properly, you know, all the varieties of formations and motions and shifts that we do. That's probably the first hurdle for anybody, is just to get lined up properly. We usually don't have quite as much of a problem with the left guard. You know, they usually know where to go, okay? But, you know, the receivers, the tight ends, the running backs, making sure that they're lined up and they know their splits and they know the spacing of the play. That's always the biggest challenge, and he's been fantastic that way. And once, you know, for any wide receiver, once you can, you know, get lined up and you know where you're going, you know, that's when your skills and abilities and technique and explosiveness, that's the explosiveness, that's really when it shows up. And that's probably the first thing. You just make sure they know how to line up and what to do.
Because Caleb was in here in the spring, do you see that kind of fast forward in terms of development?
Talking about Caleb
Caleb,
Odom?
yeah.
Yes, certainly. Yeah, I think certainly the time that he's had to learn the offense has helped him. It's just more time on task. And so, you'd have to ask Caleb, but certainly from our perspective, he's even more comfortable with his assignment and alignment and what he's supposed to do each and every play.
When you look at
Yeah. So they went on and they asked about a few more players. If y'all want to see the full interviews, Bama Online has all of the coaches' interviews, y'all. Bama Online has all the coaches' interviews. If you want to go see those, go check them out. They got some quality. Y'all heard the audio on that one. It sounded like the fan or something was blowing in that background. But yeah, it was. I think Bama Online has them, and Bama Central are two that I go to as far as referencing that. They usually have good audio. I don't know what was wrong with that one. But let's jump into some of the player ones. I think we got Kendrick Law right here. This is a fan favorite. Let's get Kendrick Law on the screen and see what he had to say yesterday.
Receiver room, we all need to tell each other when we're right and wrong, and not get selfish over things, and advance on.
What's been the biggest difference from maybe fall camp in years past to now?
The work. The work is definitely different. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like nothing was wrong with the old way. It's just a different way of winning.
What's it been like to have Brian Williams out there? What have you seen out of him?
Deucey dude, man, he been great. He's fun, you know what I'm saying? He goes out there, he does him, and he's always going to be lying. He's going to be Hollywood, he's going to make plays, and he's going to get up and do what he does.
Have you been given any piece of advice or anything like for a way to him to attack the speed, I guess, of fall camp?
I mean, yeah, most definitely. Ryan comes to me with a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? I give him my opinion from it, and then, I tell him, that's my side of it. I'm a different bodybuilder than him. So I tell him, he can go speak to other guys and they get his piece from it, and he takes what he can and he puts it together. That's what Ryan does great. And when he puts these things together and goes and excels on the field, he does it at a high level.
This last one for me, Stu. Do you feel like this receiver room this year has a lot to prove?
I mean, I don't feel like we have a lot to prove. I feel like that we've already proven it. No one just has seen it.
What specifically about that?
Specifically about
this room?
That's this room?
Yeah.
We just need to play. We don't want to do talking. We don't want to do the social media. We just want to go out there on the spotlights and show you what we can do. Because we've always had it. It's been here. You know what I'm saying? We're just waiting for the time.
Kendrick, there's a drill that it's like you guys run where you're all lining up at the same time and just kind of starting. Have you guys done that previously? Is that new with Coach Shep?
We've did it before. It's just a natural stance and start. Trying to get your feet acclimated to the ground and running and getting in the heat. It's something that we do. Small, but it saves our energy. But we're getting great work at the same time.
Yeah, and is that something you guys normally do all lined up at once? Is that?
It's just different days. It depends what we're working on that day. Some days during indie periods with the coaches, we might be working on catching. This day we was working on stance and starts, getting off the line. You know what I'm saying? Learning the techniques to it.
Yeah, and Coach Shep talked about how he was watching to make sure guys aren't false starting.
Man, you know what? And see, this is my knock. This is my knock. This is what I was talking about, Moon Rock. I'm glad you're in here. Listen. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You sit there and you record a drill. You don't have good knowledge of it, and now you're trying to get him to say something. You're trying to force him into answering the question because you probably already wrote something or you probably already said something. You're trying to get him to answer a question that he's already answered, and because you didn't structure it the right way, you didn't get the answer remotely close to what you're looking for. So for me, if I'm asking about a drill and I got a video of it, I'm asking him, I'm like, hey, Kendrick, what does this drill, particularly as a wide receiver room, what does this drill help? And if you could explain what you all are doing in this drill. And then guess what? He starts off with, well, all we do is we line up, coach, we watching the ball and, such and such and such and such. That's that he can go into detail with that and how it helps. But because you asked, we're going to let it go. We're going to let it go. Yeah, we're going to let it go. But that's why I asked the questions the way I asked, because it provides us, the viewers, people who aren't there. You get what I'm saying? Like just make it bad. And now he probably aggravated now.
Mm-hmm.
get an offer? Like, is a receiver, like, what are you emphasizing kind of in your head to make sure you do in that drill?
I mean, now at this point, I know it. So, it's becoming a reaction. But just stuff like that, it is not to false step. It's not to waste movement. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying not to waste movement. You know what I'm saying? Every movement should be to excel up the field, gain ground, attack leverage, find the ball, catch it. That's the type of technique things we work on.
Yeah, and have you found that some of the younger guys are picking it up quickly?
I'll pass the mic.
For some guys?
I mean, even like me, I mess up new things sometimes too. I mess up old things sometimes. That's why we watch film. So when we get in the film room, we correct.
I can't watch it, y'all. I'm sorry. I get horrible 0. He gets a D. That whoever's asking the questions, and it sounds like Tony Sakalis. Y'all know I don't too much care for Youngie, but I don't know, it just is not doing it for me right now. Especially we're trying to get some good quality information, ask better questions. But if y'all want those interviews, go check them out. Bama Central, Bama Online. Go check them out. What do you say? But I will say sometimes the readers and listeners do just want to know about one specific. But yeah, those reports. Yeah, the last part saved you. But nobody ever wants, as the people, nobody ever wants to know just about one person. You may ask a question in that moment, want to know, but as a fan, you want to know what's the best. What do we have out there? That's majority of what everybody wants to know. And then the real good ones, they get you to answer questions in a way that you address everything. So, yeah, that's all we're looking for. But yeah, that's the post-practice interviews. We had some more that we could have looked at, but those were the ones that kind of caught my attention with Kendrick Law. Everybody's but they had some more. They had Jalen Miro, of course, this past weekend, and I think Jam Miller. I think they had Jam Miller up on the one of his interview cut. Yeah, 100%, Antoine. I don't too much care for that dude. When somebody goes out their way to put themselves in stuff that don't got it, we're gonna let it go. I've been doing so good. But yeah, so now we're gonna jump into it, y'all. Final fourth quarter calling segment. The fourth quarter calling segment is brought to you by the AAA family. Again, shout out to our sponsors. We're at the midway point where we're at the close of our show. So we're gonna run our promo for how to become a AAA member. And then we'll do the merch and the thank you for a AAA member at the end of the show. The thank you for being a AAA member. So I'm gonna run this infomercial for how to become a member. And then after that, we're gonna jump into our fourth quarter calling segment. So be ready to call in. Get ready to call in. It says, get ready to call in. We want to hear from you. You say your name, put me in the game, and the fourth quarter calling segment. Let me see. Y'all know what it is. You get a 2-minute drill. 2-minute drill in the fourth quarter calling segment. All right. So get ready to call in, y'all. Yeah, you right, Shane. Y'all silly. After the commercial, please, if you can, light up the phone lines. Take 5 minutes to light up this call line, y'all. I'm really going to be cut. And when you get to talking, just talk and try to time yourself. The moment you answer the phone and I say you're in the game, your 2 minutes starts. That's going to make it fire. I'm going to cut it off at 2 minutes exactly from this time you start talking. That's going to make it fun. So spit. Just spit. Say what you got to say. Don't wait for me to ask no questions. This is your time. Fourth quarter calling segment coming to you right after this infomercial. Coming at you right about now.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smoot Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family and earning your birth certificate, as we like to call it. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel. and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We here and we are ready. If you're ready, we're here. The fourth quarter call-in segment is brought to you by the AAA family. Fourth quarter call-in segment brought to you by the AAA family. Call in 334-625-1121. Share your thoughts. Stand on business. Spit your spit. Talk your Yeah. What's up? What's up? Yeah. What's up? Y'all go ahead, call in 334-625-1121. When you call in, you got 2 minutes. Oregon is number 3 in the coaches poll and Bama at number 5. Makes sense chasing the Bass. Makes sense. Makes sense. Oregon was just playing for their conference title last year, right? They was playing in, they bringing back a lot of experience. They only replacing a quarterback. Their schedule is favorable for them to be a lot more higher ranked than us right now, which is fine. We cool with that. I'm just glad we were getting our respect. I definitely think we're a top 5 team still. Honestly, right now, I think we're more so a number 6, number 7. I would have been happier if we would have been 6, 7, or 8. Me personally. That's just my mentality. It helps. It takes away a lot of that extra you have to deal with when getting your players motivated. You disrespect a competitor, they have a way of biting back. But fourth quarter calling segment. If we don't have a fourth quarter calling segment, if we don't have anybody calling in, I will do my last rant and we will close the show out because guess what? It's moving day. Not until later, but I really want to do something. Tonight, I'm trying to have Kennington Lloyd jump on. We won't have this set up. Y'all know the whole background and all the mic and stuff will be on our mobile set. But we're going to bring Kenny on and try to get some content done. Yo, fourth quarter calling segment. We got somebody on the line. Y'all already know who it is.
Call from
Zachary, put me in the game, Coach.
Yes, sir. Zach, what's up? You on the line and you're in the game. Go ahead and spit, my boy.
To Tony Secaucus, you don't know a dang thing about what you're talking about, and you need to get off the mic. You don't belong in reporting. You're just a awful human being.
Nah, he ain't no awful human being, Zach. We not gonna do that. He took the wrong turn at the wrong time and got caught on the wrong street. That's all.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
I didn't mean he's an awful human being.
Tell him you're sorry, because I had to apologize.
I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry. I didn't mean to say you're an awful human being. I meant to say you're trash. Put your nose
just say it. You're trash.
Just say business that didn't belong.
Facts. What's up, Sharpshooter Podcast in the building? Go ahead, Zach. You got about 45 seconds, man.
Tennessee.
Uh-oh.
We coming for you. We coming. We're coming.
Pause.
To lay your head off and whoop that tail. We coming to your city.
What did I do?
And walk out victoriously.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Goodbye, Zach. Roll time, my boy.
Goodbye.
What did I do, y'all? What did I do? What did I do? What did I do, y'all? What did I create? What did we create here at the AAA fan? What did we create over here at the Coach Smoot Network? Yeah, I paused him. I don't even think he was so hyped. He was so hyped. I don't think he even called it. Fourth quarter calling segment 334-625-1121. Go ahead and call in. So talk your noise, man. Tell me what you think. Tell me how you feel. Tell me what you're trying to get across for the other fan bases to hear what you want. The Bama Nation here. 334-625-1121. Call in. Let me hear your thoughts. Fourth quarter calling segment. You got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. The floor is yours. Take it away. And y'all, we don't have to beat people up. I look, you know what? I don't mind y'all. I don't mind y'all standing up for your brother, standing up for your boy. But let me fight. I'll swing. Got another call on the line. Let me see who this is.
Call from.
Brett Sully, put me in the game, coach.
To accept, press 1.
Yo, Brett Sully, you in the game, man. Talk your talk, man. You got 2 minutes. Take it away.
What's that? Was you Smoot?
Man, I'm good, brother. Take it away, bro.
Hey, man, it's time to let every naysayer know this year, man. Like you said earlier, man, they gave on the board, man, the full house, fully furnished, everything, water running, bills paid. All you gotta do is just come in and just win, man. So we're gonna let everybody know, put them on notice. And on top of that, man, it's set them up real good, man, to be like one of the best college coaches, man, ever, man. Actually, in the game playing right now, probably Cliff Kirby. Then on top of that, from what I said earlier in the super chat I sent up, man, it's gonna be Bama versus Mizzou in the SEC championship.
Man, one minute warning. Go ahead.
That's cool. I only see Mizzou losing one game. That's to us this year. Other than that, it's sweeping everybody.
That's tough. I have high hopes for Missouri. I really do. I think they're going to be a solid team. They're going to be in a lot of games this year. They're going to win a lot. But the games that they do lose won't be blowouts. And I could see Missouri making a push and sneaking by.
Hey, man, it'd be a super team, man.
Telling you.
But that's all I got to say, man. Have a good day, man. Everybody listening, have a good day, man. Roll Tide, man. Can't wait for the start of the season.
Roll Tide, my boy. Appreciate you for calling in. And, of course, appreciate the support and the donations, man. The Cash Apps, the Super Chats, all of that, Brett. I appreciate your support for the channel, man, for real, and for the network, bro.
Nah, for sure, man. We going up.
Already, bro. Appreciate you. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fourth quarter call-in segment. It's still alive, y'all. Still alive. We got about 8 more minutes left on the fourth quarter call-in segment. Actually, 6 more minutes. I can't add. 6 more minutes left on the fourth quarter calling segment. 334-625. Call in. Say your name. Put me in the game, coach. Call in. Put me in the game, coach. Let me know what you got to say. You got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Talk your talk. What you got to say? Lank Nation in the building. Zach. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go. Chasing the Bass, bro, got me weak. Yeah, he had me weak, man. We not losing to Mizzou, man. We not losing to Mizzou. I think they're going to play us tough, though. I think, honestly, Missouri is going to play us tougher than Tennessee. Missouri will have the blueprint to play us tough and play us close. And the thing is, the more I watch, the more I listen, the more I watch these other podcasts, I'm starting to feel like maybe I overestimated Tennessee. And it's not their offense. It's going to be their defense, their front. I overestimated how effective Pearson that front was. And they caught us as an inexperienced, a struggling offensive line. You take away what we did to them last year with our struggling offensive line, we blow that team out. Jason Jackson says, I honestly don't see what's so special about Mizzou. Well, one, they're one of the most efficient offenses in the conference, right? 2, they're one of the most Elijah Drinkwitz is one of the newer, better offensive minds, in this new age of college football. So his offense is ever evolving, right? And then 3, Missouri is always going to field a decent defense. And if they have an offense, their defense plays well enough for them to not lose games. Put it like that. And they played very well against Georgia last year. Literally, I think that was the last minute. I think Georgia scored with a minute and some change left on the clock. They took the lead against Missouri, if I'm not mistaken. It was the third quarter or something. They pulled away late to beat Missouri last season. So Missouri is bringing back a very veteran style team. And those guys. We got about 4 more minutes, y'all, left for on the fourth quarter calling segment. So if you want to call in, we got 4 minutes. That means we got time for 2 calls. So go ahead and get in 334-625-1121. 334-625-1121. Got the fourth quarter calling segment. You want to call in, be heard? Call in and be heard. Brody Cook and Luther Burden is what's special about Mizzou. That's it. Nah, bro. They got 2 running backs they got coming back this year. I know the guy from last year got a lot of the hype, but they got some young guys that were behind him that will be splitting that role. And both of those guys were sparky. It was sparky. Their offensive line is experienced. They got 2 guys in the secondary, their safety and they have a lockdown corner that's going to be probably top 15, top 20 in the draft coming up. And their safety, veteran guy, makes a lot of big hits, supports the run game very well. Caleb Downs is when you watch him play. Missouri has a solid team. And I'm not sugarcoating it. I'm being straight up. We got another phone call here on the phone line. Here we go.
Call from
Ray Parn.
To accept.
Yo, Ray, what's up? You in the game, man? Talk to me. It's a 4-quarter segment. Take it away, man. You got 2 minutes.
Okay, Coach Smoot, man, I had to apologize, man. I've been so busy, man. But now that I got that free time, I just want to say I like what I'm seeing from the team. I like the fact that the coaches are able to speak on their position players because, Saban was never doing that before.
Right.
And it really gives us a good analysis of where these guys are. And I really like the progress of Xavier Brown. I've been hearing good things about him. And, of course, Ryan Williams. I think everything is on the up and up. I wish I had more time to talk, man, but that's pretty much what I wanted to say. But I will definitely try to make time, man, to try to call.
Ray, you got a whole nother minute. Spit, bro. You got to spit.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, you can take an extra minute because once you get done, we won't have enough time for another 2-minute call. So go ahead, bro.
Okay.
Take the next 2 minutes and kind of just dialogue, man. I'm here with you.
Okay. So then, Smoot, what do you think? I heard Coach DeBoer talk about Milroe's development.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pleased with that.
Right.
Because he said that he has taken a step up. So I'm very pleased with his ability to do that. As we know, at this time last year, we were worried about quarterback.
Yeah.
But I'm not worried about it now. It looks like he is processing the information, and that's all we need at quarterback. We don't need 300-yard games. We just need somebody to be able to process the information given to them and be able to audible out of certain set. If they're blitzing and we see that they're blitzing, he can audible out of a run set to go to a pass set. That's all we need. We just need a point guard, just like what Saban said.
Right, 100%. And to me, man, I think it's more so of just having an offensive-minded head coach. And you see that's what's thriving in today's college game. The offensive-minded head coaches are the ones that's really thriving. Kirby's is relevant. Yeah, he's the defensive-minded coach, but he's relevant because how he's been able to bring in a coordinator that supplements his defense.
Yes.
I don't think Georgia's offense and their production gets enough credit for how successful they've been. Even dating back to the Stetson Bennett national championship, the 2 that he won, right? So you look at it, it's becoming more of an offensive game and more so of how the defense can control or minimize offensive effectiveness. Now, once you get elite defenses that really just shut down, that's when you see like Michigan. They were able to really just shut offenses down last year in their conference, and that's why they came into the playoffs so dominant. They were able to use depth everywhere on the field on that defensive side. So the the progression of the quarterback is going to be key with more people transitioning to using depth, quality depth on the defensive side. But I think if I had to assess it, man, I've been talking about this since spring ball kickoff. The first couple of things that I noticed about Milroe in the postseason, he went straight to the QB doctor and started working on footwork. It wasn't throwing motion, it wasn't release, it wasn't hand placement, it was footwork, getting that muscle memory of his dropbacks, his follow through, and then he started working his mechanics on up. The elbows tucked a little bit tighter. The ball is at a consistent level on the drop back. The follow through is there. The release points are right where they need to be. And one thing that I've been able to notice based off some personal evaluation and some reports from my people is the timing of the ball. The release of the ball is a lot better. Meaning if he has a 12-yard out, he's not waiting for them to stick at 12 and plan out. His timing is down to where his velocity on the throw and his release point puts it there in time. Receiver's head around, hands is up, and the ball is hitting the hands as his hands are coming up. Those type of things matter when you talk about getting better. So, and that's all a testament to the coaching staff. They've been able to point him in the right direction and give him the right guidance to be successful at the quarterback position. Now it's just time to put it on the field.
Right. So wouldn't you agree though that the coaching has definitely? I mean, it's been a significant upgrade, regardless of who we brought in. Anybody now, not to put Tommy Rees down, but his play calling was basic, and they really didn't really know what to do with Milroe until late in the season, until after Tennessee. It seemed like to me
100%. 100%. I mean, and Ray, I don't know why people feel like they have to apologize for telling the truth, but the truth is, this is a better coaching staff, top to bottom. Head coach to
Saban, of course.
No, I would. Come on, listen, hold up. I will go on record and saying top to bottom, this is a better coaching staff, and not saying that Coach Kalen DeBoer is a better head coach than Coach Saban, but for today's day and time, for what college football, in order to keep Alabama at its height, we could not have Coach Saban as a head coach still and be on the up and up.
He was stuck in his ways. He was stuck in his ways, so.
Coach Saban was the greatest for his era. Coach Saban was the greatest of his era. Let's just leave it at that. Coach Saban was he's the greatest of all time, but for his era, nobody could do it like him. And I think Kalen DeBoer is about to set that mark for his era of coaches. You're talking about an age group of coaches from age, 62, 48 to 62, 45 to 62, somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like that age range. Coach Saban, he's on the outside of that now. He's old school now. They consider him
Don James. He's more like Don James now, remember? He's like on the Mount Rushmore of coaches.
Joe Pa, you remember when Joe Pa's time started coming to the end? Like, I mean,
Bobby Bowden.
All of them. When their time started coming to the end, they didn't know how to gracefully bow out. And a lot of them, it was controversy surrounding them when they left. Their programs were in the dumps. Come on now.
Penn State and Jerry Sandusky,
Come on now.
That was a mess.
That was a mess. And that messed up Joe Pa's, that tarnished his image.
His image.
As great of a coach, and just think about how many lives he affected by getting those boys at that level and getting them to the NFL, and then to know or to find out that all that was happening under your nose. This like Coach Saban didn't allow that because he cared about developing. Like, it was more than about winning games. And this staff is embodying that same thing. Nothing's followed Kalen DeBoer and this staff from any stop that he's been at. And that's the first thing that I could say that I admire about him and the player and the coaching staff and the personnel, the administrative staff that he has surrounding him. A lot of these guys are just hard workers. Get it out the mud, show up to work. I'm going to be the best regardless of what the brand is. And because I have a big brand that's behind me, it's making it easier. So why not thrive?
I think. So, Snoop, let me ask you about this then. So, let's say DeBoer, his first 5 years, he's only averaging maybe 1 or 2 losses, if any, right? Let's say that his record after the first 5 years is comparable to Kirby. Do you see him staying at Bama, or do you see him going to the NFL? That's what I'm worried about.
So, and I used to be worried about it until I started talking to Coach Shepard. But I will say this: if he has similar results as Kirby did, and I'm not talking about Kirby's first year, to me, Kirby didn't have a clue what he was doing that first year at Georgia, but he quickly turned it around that second year. I mean, quickly.
Oh yeah.
But
Right.
I think Kalen DeBoer doesn't come in with the same type of mentality as Kirby, but it comes in with a similar situation because Kirby stepped into a talent pool. You know what I'm saying? At Georgia,
Yeah.
he had a lot of talent, and he didn't have to fight with transfer portal when he went to Georgia. You know, he
That's
didn't have
true.
to fight with that. So Kalen DeBoer is already ahead of the game. I think 4 or 5 years of that type of success, the college game by that time, especially the way it's headed now, I think they're starting to get some handles on it. It's starting the new age of it is starting to become normal with how recruiting is done, NIL. People are starting to see the real side of it, and the ones who don't accept that, they're going to fail. And a lot of coaches and administrative staffs are seeing that, so they're working up a model that's going to have longevity. So with that type of situation, I think you could see a coach like Kalen DeBoer, a coach like Steve Sarkisian, a coach like Lane Kiffin, Dan Lanning. I think you see a lot of those guys stay at their respective universities 7 to 10 years easily before they're moved out the way, especially if they're winning. If they're winning, if they're in that top six now with the 12-team payoff, I think you're going to see those coaches stick around for a long time.
Yeah, because I think this is going to be Sark's fourth year because he left after 2020. So this will be his fourth year at Texas. So, and, you know, he didn't start off right away with success. But DeBoer, with the way that he's coaching, if he can take a bunch of 3-stars to the national championship, what you think he can do with a bunch of 4 and 5 stars?
And Ray, my boy Jay
Yeah.
Jackson just said something so true. He said Kirby came from being an assistant. Kalen DeBoer came from being a head coach.
Head coach.
For the fourth time. This is his fourth head coaching job.
Yeah.
Everybody talks about his coordinating job. His first Power 5 job was the coordinator at Indiana. But people forget he was the head coach at Fresno State and took them to their first 10-win season, and I can't remember how many years. And then turned around and took Washington to a 10+ win season his first year there.
I think he took over for Jimmy Lake, right? Yeah, so I think his record's like what, 104 and 12?
104 and 12 as a head coach at the collegiate level.
Yeah, that's true.
That's winning. That's winning.
Once I saw that he was able to recruit, that's when I was like, okay, can we keep this guy? That's what I was worried about because
and the
recruiting
fans
in the SEC is different. You know?
100%, Ray. 100%. And the fans got to realize this. Like I said it earlier for a reason. If Coach KD leaves in the next 3 or 4 years because of his success, please, Alabama, Greg Byrne, if you're still the athletic director, please, can we get a Coach Shepard? Imagine him.
Yeah.
Be it Alabama with a black coach. Not to make it about race, but that would really change the culture because that's been the thing against. And this is our fan base. We don't believe in this. Majority of us don't believe in this.
Right.
But they've always said we would never give a black coach a chance. I think the culture has changed. I think Coach Saban made that change when you look at his staff.
Yeah.
He was very multifaceted. The culture was different. Diversity was there every year. He knew how to keep a balance, man. He knew how to create a culture. And I think Coach Kalen DeBoer has the same thing, but with more the nuances of today's society. You have to be what is it?
In tune
with society. You have to have an understanding what the society it consists of.
Yeah.
You have to be. And if you don't, you're ignorant. That what they call it, you get counseled. It happens as a coach. And better ask Dabo Swinney. Better ask Dabo and Clemson what's going on.
Dabo fell out, didn't he? Because of his refusal to do the transfer portal, right? And,
but even some of the things he said in regards to, some of the things he said in regards to social issues that mattered to his players, how he tried to downplay it. You know, those things don't go over well. Some players are past a dollar amount and past playing time. Some of them care more about their image, their values, their morals. And you got a staff at Bama. Not saying Bama the only one, but you got a staff here. Something that we can publicly see now because the media has access to it.
Like we have access to this stuff that's happening. So we're not just speculating, we're seeing it. And y'all seen recruits come on here and talk about how Coach Shep and how Coach Womack or how Coach Roach or how Courtney Morgan made this player feel and made this player's family feel.
Yeah.
Even parents that stuck through the transition are talking about how this staff is just seems like they feel more invited in, you know?
Yeah, I've heard that too.
So
I've heard that too.
It's a good day in T-Town. It's a good time. This transition went about as good as you can ask for. Got the best you're gonna get.
One more question, Snoop.
Yes, sir.
I know I said it before though, but this is the final one though. What about the development of two people that I'm concerned with? Keon Keeley and Noah Carter. What about them?
All right, Noah
I
Carter.
haven't heard anything.
Noah Carter, freshman, true freshman coming in, didn't get an early spring. His focus this year right now is getting the frame and get in the body of work put together. So going into this spring coming up for next season, he's already and I don't even think they're officially going to redshirt him until after a few games, but you're going to see him get snaps. You're going to see him get opportunities, get out there and get used to the speed of the in-game action. This staff is very adamant about expressing their desire to use the depth. So guys like so guys like Noah Carter got to be ready. But I think this staff is, and just based off of what I was told by our insider there, this staff they're manning those special teams with a lot of young guys from both sides of the ball.
I wish Saban would have did.
That was what he did early on.
Yeah.
I don't know why he stopped.
I don't know why he stopped either, because I was like, get these guys on the field quick so that way they build up their confidence, so that even though they're buried on the depth chart, at least get them on the field to make plays, like Cole Adams, right?
Exactly.
Hopefully Cole Adams will get his shot. Return punt.
If Cole Adams don't get goal line sets as far as the receiver position, because he's a route technician and he's shifty, very fast, very shifty. I would love to see Cole Adams. If you're not going to give him a primary spot in the offense, scheme him in the red zone when you're 25 and in, because linebackers and safety's not going to be able to keep up with that guy. You know what I'm saying? So
no doubt.
So
what has your sources been telling you about Keeley?
Now, Keon Keeley, that's a different story. I'm hearing the scrimmages, the 11-on-11, 7-on-7 stuff, pass rush one-on-ones. He's showing out in those aspects. It's the playbook. And he's a defensive end, and in this scheme, the Bandit has a lot more assignments than the traditional. But the thing is, when the lights are on, he's playing, bro. He's playing.
Okay.
How consistent can he be? And that's why you hear a lot of those coaches, they talking about consistency. He's showing up. The thing is, he's showing up. LT Overton is showing up. Like, even though Overton missed the first 2 days, he's showing. It's a lot of guys, Bertrand, transfers guys that have high expectations. They're showing up, but they're inconsistent. Ty Simpson showing up, but he's inconsistent. And that's to me, that goes to show you the type of competition being bred in this locker room. You get what I'm saying? Because everybody's being held accountable. So if consistency is your only downfall, that's practice consistency. If you're struggling with consistency and practices, meaning like you're not doing the small half step right, it's a reason why the coaches are evaluating you like that. But that doesn't mean you ain't good enough to get out on the field and be effective. So
that's what I was trying to get at. Okay.
Everybody. My thing is, I don't feel like there's anybody 3 deep right now on the roster on at each position. Maybe offensive line is a little different, probably not as deep, but I think everywhere on the roster, wide receiver, quarterback, tight end, running back, defensive line, linebacker, safety, and I could even say corner. I'll say corner too. Now with the transfers, I think everybody is a viable asset and can be used and be effective in the game plan. If anybody on this roster outside of the offensive line, and I mean depth-wise, was called to play 40-plus snaps and be effective, I think you can mix and match and throw just about any grouping of personnel out there, and we be in winning games, but also tough games against match talent. will be in them regardless of the group and good guys. That's how quality of a amount of talent we have at the University of Alabama.
Yeah, because I heard that the D tackle's been showing out.
The D tackles, they have to tell them to dial it back.
Yeah, the Wolf and then the Bandit. They said that Wolf. What James Smith, is he a tackle or is he a Wolf?
James Smith, I think James Smith is a defensive tackle, but they bump him out the defensive end a lot too. Because they like the look of him and Rusar being able to line up, stack up on the same side.
That's another cat too, Quay Rusar. I've been hearing good things about.
Hey,
yeah.
Do not be surprised. Do not be surprised if you see a lineup where you might see Q Rob on one side and Quay Rusar on the other side instead of Keanu Coat. Do not be surprised if you see Keanu Coat and Quay Rusar. Do not be surprised if you see Quay Rusar is probably the best pass rusher, the purest pass rusher we have right now on the roster. And that's a lot when you say when you say Keanu Coat, Yanzi Pierre, Q Rob, Ja Latham is a crazy, traditional end that can get to the quarterback. I don't think people realize how crazy 93 and Ja Latham wore 93 last year. I want y'all to go back and watch a lot of games, especially conference play. Watch 93 when he comes in the game and how much pressure.
I saw him. Oh yeah.
If he wraps up, if Ja Latham wraps up last year, what game was I watching? Alabama versus Arkansas game against KJ Jefferson. Ja Latham misses like 4 sacks in that game. And that used to happen to him a lot last year in a lot of games. But I just so happened to be paying attention to the Arkansas game. And definitely one of the guys to look out for. And then you got the young man Hunter Osborne on the interior of that defensive line too, man. He's a game. Him and Jeremiah beaming together. Those are 2 young dogs that you have to play, and you don't have to play
Renard too.
Jordan Renard is just so strong, man. We could talk about this roster all day, Ray. We could talk about this roster all day.
I know. We're gonna have to talk separately though, man.
For sure, man. Listen, I'm in transition right now.
Put your number in Messenger, man, so that we can just talk, man. Just put your number in my Messenger for me.
For sure, bro. I will.
Yeah, bro. I don't want to take up everybody else's time, man, but I love Alabama football like everybody else. So it's just a pleasure to speak with you. And when are you, Sean, and what's his name, Jance? When you guys going to talk in the evening? You guys going to do that anymore?
Me and who?
Sean and Jance.
Oh, I haven't seen Jance. I haven't talked to those guys in probably like 2 or 3 weeks now because I've been in transition, and I think Jance is on a different type of content schedule right now. Coach Sean and Jake Merrill and Ty, they do their thing together Mondays and Fridays. But I still talk to him. We got a different grind over here at the Coach Smoot Network, man. We on
I got you
a different timeline. We got to do this. We don't have options like they do. This is what I do. This is what we do. I got a staff over here, and we operate a little bit different, but we always go and support those guys. We show up. AAA, y'all know how we do. Bro. We pull up to everybody's. Yeah. We pull up at other folks' chats, putting AAA emojis in the chat. So,
yeah, man. So, man, I just look forward, man, to the beginning of the season, August 31st, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
I am ready.
Yes, sir.
I already told my wife. She already knows. She said, when does Alabama start playing football? Because we face our Saturdays off.
Mm-hmm. She got it. At least she know. At least she knows. That's a good woman right there. That's a good woman right now. Don't try to act surprised like you didn't know. Like you didn't. I told you, man.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's getting close to it, and she knows it too. She was like, "Oh, there you go, talking that Bama stuff again."
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Tell her she mess around and tune into the Coach Smoot Network and call one day. She might get hooked too. It's something about when you get to call in too. I don't know what it is. It seems like the more people, the different voices we have, the more call-ins we have, and so many people call in at the beginning of the show and don't realize that's like our longest call-in segment because that's when I give people like their 7 minutes, but we might cut it. We might have to cut it down to 5 minutes. I got 17 missed calls, 9 different numbers today because of people calling. No. That's not just you. It's like people call twice because they don't understand. There's a delay in what you all hear
and see on screen than what's actually happening. So it's like when I open the phone lines, you know, everybody calling in at the same time. I don't know who calling in first. We don't got no call queue right now. We working to get that call queue set up, but it's so expensive, y'all. But the more y'all support, the better it grow.
Okay, I'll do that. And then, are you in Montgomery? You in Tuscaloosa? Or you in?
Hey, so right now I'm in I'm in Columbus, Georgia. Right now, I'm actually on Fort Moore right now. At my little brother
my
Vontae.
hometown.
Yeah, man. I'm right. I know. Listen, I told you. When I seen the number, I said, "Oh yeah, I keep forgetting Ray actually from Columbus."
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
Right,
I'm in town.
Okay.
You know, that's where my family's church, our church, and everything is right there off of Fort Benning Road, man, on the south side.
Okay.
So, I'm home for now. I'm actually headed to Montgomery today though to start moving into my new residence for the football season, y'all. I got a nice little temporary stay place for the football season. Nice, quiet neighborhood, my own space, you know, work, eat, and sleep. Yes, in Montgomery. So right here, right
there.
there.
Have to meet up.
You
don't have to meet up.
You in Montgomery?
No, but there are times that I can take time because I'm over here, like right by the Alabama border, out here by Billerica.
Okay.
Which is I'm literally maybe like 3 hours away from Montgomery, and then plus my job sometimes sends me to Montgomery to work.
Okay.
So. Yeah, so we will stay in touch, brother.
For sure,
Put your
man.
number down into Messenger for me, all right? So that way, man, you can catch up, and then I can let you know when I'm in town.
For sure. We'll do that.
Okay.
I'll do that, brother.
Okay, Smoot. All right, man. God
Take
bless,
care.
man.
Same to you. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Bye.
Yes, sir. Way to end the fourth quarter calling segment, y'all. 100%, y'all. Here we go. Closing out this morning's show. First of all, I want to thank everybody that donated today. Whether it was Super Chats or Cash App, we had Zachary come through with the $9.99. Brett Sullivan, got hiccups and I burped at the same time. Excuse me. Brett Sullivan came through with $9.99. Trina came through with the $13.99. Then we also had Ray Jones pull up. With the Cash App donation. Listen, if you're looking to donate, man, check me out at Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. At Coach Smoot or Coach Smoot Network, both of them, all of them, they're all routed to me. I made sure I claimed anything that said Coach Smoot. So Coach Smoot or Coach Smoot Network on PayPal, and then Coach Smoot Network and Coach Smoot on Venmo, and then PayPal is at Coach Smoot. So if you want to donate, those are the links. They're in the chat also. And you can also find the links in the Discord if you join the Discord. If you have not joined the Discord, take a moment to join the Discord, y'all. The Discord is where you're going to get all your information for all content, updated content and everything coming into this season. We're going to really utilize our Discord. We're going to have live game chat during the game. We're going to have different channels set up, different threads set up for game, live action, reactions, play, comments. You know, some of us, I can actually be on my phone during the game and talking live game day chats now because it's fun. It creates another level of intensity. Sharing that emotion with other family, other friends, other fan family, and even opposing fans. Talking that trash during the game, it gets fun. So I can't wait. Y'all can't wait. Also, don't forget, go check out our merch, man. Do not forget to go check out the Coach Smoot merch. The store is up and running. We got all the quality stuff that you want, man. Hoodies, t-shirts. Everything that you could possibly think of right now. We got 10 items on deck right now. Hopefully y'all take a liking to these items, y'all. And everything is 15% off right now. Again, that's CoachSmootNetwork.printify.me. That's the link. If you want the link in the chat, you can put exclamation merch, MERCH, and it'll pop the link up for you. Go check out the merch, man. Go get y'all some merch ordered. Don't wait too late because 15% ends on August 31st. Take advantage of that. And then also, last but not least, be on the lookout for our event outside the Coach Smoot Tailgate Party, hosted by the Tailgate Party Committee. We're going to be in T-Town, September 28th, 2024. Event kicking off 1 p.m. Going all the way to the end of the night.
Go purchase your ticket. Tickets are $75. I told y'all. Didn't I tell y'all to go? That's the regular ticket. The ticket with the custom shirt is $90. Yeah, it's a grip now. It's a grip now. I tried to get everybody to get on. But if you want to, I'm telling you, you are not going to find a better space to enjoy the game. It's going to be so packed in T-Town. If you don't got tickets to that game, you're probably paying $300, $400 for nosebleeds right now. So tailgate is the next best option. So $90 to get you in that party, get you in the VIP section with your custom T-shirt. That's gonna rock. The regular tickets come with if you didn't pre-order before the price change, it's just the ticket, it's just the cover. We will have T-shirts available on site for purchase, a limited quantity. But yeah, we got everything in. So if you purchase, the only way you can get a T-shirt now is if you purchase the $90 ticket. I need everybody to pay attention to that and update our people on that. Any ticket sales made from August 4th up until the event, only T-shirts, only people that will get T-shirts, custom T-shirts are the $90 ticket sales. $75 is just admission. So for everybody, that's why I was telling y'all to go ahead and get it. Go ahead and get it. T-shirt production is starting not this weekend, next week. T-shirt production. We're gonna be ready for kickoff against Georgia versus Alabama versus Georgia SEC meetup. But with that being said, y'all, thank y'all for doing what y'all do, man, here at the Coach Smook Network. I'm Coach Smook. This is the Coach Smook Network, and you all are the AAA family. Thank you for supporting. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on the way out. Our goal is always to get every live stream to 100 likes. So even if you're watching this post live, if you're watching the playback, take an opportunity to like the stream. Make sure we get this to 100 likes. And tonight we plan on having Kennington Lloyd Smith III on tonight. So if y'all can pull up, show some love for that. We got 200 total watching the show, 156 on Twitter, 42 on YouTube, and 1 watching on Facebook. If you want to tune in tonight, pull up, man. 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, tentatively. That's hopefully if I get where I'm supposed to be getting and set up and moved in good and hooked up to the internet all good, we'll be live tonight. If not, I'm gonna try to bring my brother on tomorrow and get some feedback. He's been at the practices and he's gonna give us some of his feedback from what he's been seeing. So with that being said, I want to say thank y'all for doing what y'all do. I'm Coach Smook. Y'all catch y'all on the next one. Roll Tide. And don't forget, man, be blessed on today, y'all. Be encouraged. The rain and the storms are coming, not to wipe you out, not to drown you, but to soften up that ground. So when the seed comes, when the seeds are planted, you'll reap your harvest. You know, we got a fall harvest coming, y'all. As Bama Nation, as people of God, you know, as fans, as positive people, we have a fall harvest coming, and it's going to be enjoyable. So you all be blessed, stay encouraged. I'm Coach Smook. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Roll Tide. Yes, sir.